You are listening to the Main Event Moto podcast.
2020 is done. 2021 has begun. Joe, the year has started out so normal. We're good, right? Everything's smooth. We're good. The world is fine.
So good.
You know what's good?
What?
Main Event Moto is good because we're back.
All the time.
3 weeks, 4 weeks? 5 weeks? What's it been?
Time flies, bro, when you're storming the Capitol.
Were you there?
Sorry. No, I wasn't.
Me neither.
No.
Episode 183 is about to begin. It's going to be a good one. The reason why is because it is the preview show for the Supercross series, which is finally about to begin in a couple days. It's going to be a good one, Joe. I'm excited to get this thing going. We've got some great guests. Well, sort of great, depending on your flavor. We'll introduce the first one first. Toolman Dan, welcome back.
What's up?
Are you ready to kick this thing off?
I'm ready, and the Motoheads are ready too.
They are ready. They're fired up, and
I would say like 90% of the DMs I get is, when is the next show?
It's right now.
When is the next show?
It's right now. And it is time, man, to get this thing going. I got to admit, Joe, it's been a nice little breather. The Christmas break was good. New Year's, getting into this new year. But it's time to get this thing going again, and I'm fired up to see you. How you doing?
So good.
What you been up to other than moving?
Just getting settled in, getting the new Batcave set up.
I love it, too.
You know,
it feels like the old one, but just
getting naked and starting the revolution.
Oh, okay.
It does feel like the old Batcave, actually.
It does, but it's bigger.
I was going for that.
It's bigger. Well,
I didn't want to shock you guys too much.
I was just say the table and everything like that is set up, but the cave itself is.
I need to know.
like it.
I need to know what the rat situation is. Joe, are we good?
We're good.
There's none here,
We're
Dan,
good.
and he killed the ones at the last place.
we're good.
Just got to check.
Oh, hold on, Dan. I need you right now to get up and just go in the bathroom, and I want you to just lift the lid.
No.
Joe has a bathroom in the Batcave, guys.
Yeah.
That's how he stepped it up. Please, no, go look.
We're doing it.
Put your headphones down and go look in the bathroom and just lift the lid.
He's all scared.
You like it? Man, why are you so scared? What do you think I was going to do to you?
God only knows.
You like that thing, though, huh?
That's badass.
Joe has triple stepped it up this year. Bathroom in the Batcave. Love it. Joe, let's bring in the other guy.
Play it.
And now, coming from No Maturityville, USA, he hates French people but loves Malcolm Stewart. Put your hands together for Vincent Blair!
Does he still hate French people?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
he?
watching Mooskin right now with his little twig knees.
Oh,
Work out
let's
those
not
legs,
start
baby.
that like that. Hey, Joe, we got to start this off with a big congratulations.
Yeah.
Vincent is back on Call of Duty. They let him back on.
The ban is off.
And guess what?
Man.
I get a text today from Shane McElrath. Dude, your brother's cool. I'm like, huh? Apparently, they're best friends now on Call of Duty. They played last night. Was it last night? Or the day before?
We're a good team. He's a sniper, and I push.
What's that mean?
I'm just like the guy who rushes the buildings, throws flashbangs, and shoots everyone, and he just snipes them.
Do you wear a buffalo costume when you do that? Or
No.
So everybody's getting banned from everything, but they let Vinny back
yeah,
on?
the whole world got
Yeah.
banned.
Wow.
They kicked the president off of all social media, and they let Vincent back on Call of Duty.
And I'm raging it even harder now.
Are you?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they let me in. Like, they can't ban me again.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can. Are you
way.
watching your language?
No.
Okay.
What'd you get banned for?
It's unknown, actually.
No, it's known.
It's known.
It's a certain
Let's
word that
just
you're
not
just not
talk
We
about
have the metadata, bro.
Yeah, there's certain words you're not allowed to
Is it
say
like
anymore.
a Kyle Larson word?
There's certain there's certain letter
no.
words that you don't
Yo
want to
soy
say.
puto.
Yo soy pussy.
Anyways, they let him back on, and now him and Shane apparently are terrorizing the Call of Duty world together
I'm
as a
pumped
team.
too because Shane's the first moto friend in the game that's actually really good.
Really?
He can hang with me.
Shane is the last guy that I would think that plays Call of
let me
Duty.
I would have
one more
never,
thing.
Joe, right. You would have
Check this
never
out.
guessed that Shane McElrath is killing it
and
on
he-
Call of Duty. I would have
No.
never guessed
Yeah,
that.
he kills it and he streams and he plays on PC. So he's like a full blown gamer.
All right.
He's
Well,
no amateur.
And unfortunately for him, he will not be starting the season. Had an injury,
I know, I
and
talked
he's
to
going to
him
be off for a little bit. So,
about it. His
what did
shoulder.
he say? He said, "Doing all right."
He's good, but
I'm bummed, man. I
I
saw him
know,
at the
I know.
Madera Supercross, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Joe, did you watch me and Dan's video of the Madera Supercross?
Yes, I did.
I thought it was a good video.
Yeah, it was cool.
Fun, right?
Organic.
Yeah, it was organic.
If you haven't seen
it was
it yet,
organic.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Write that down as
Hey,
a show
that's
title.
me. That's just what I do.
Yeah, we did the Madera Supercross, Joe. Dan and I went down, hung with the HEP guys, the Smart Top guys. Max Volan was there. Made a little fun video. We actually have it on the Main Event Moto YouTube channel that I didn't even... Well, first off, I put the video on I thought I was logged into the Main Event Moto one, which we've never used. So I uploaded this video. It took me 12 hours overnight to do it from my phone. Come to find out, it was on my personal one that I never used. So then I had to redo it, but now it's on Main Event Moto's YouTube, and you should go over there and subscribe because we're planning on doing more stuff on there. What'd I say, Joe? I said we're blowing up in 2021.
Yeah.
We're hitting it from every angle.
Yep.
So
Can we
YouTube
load that
page-
on Rumble too, please?
Dan, it's a little early in the show.
I'm just asking.
Yes, we can.
Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Bit shoot.
Absolutely, yes, we can. Yes, we
Bit
can.
shoot.
Hey, guys, it's
Yeah.
going to be fun, man. Preview show. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. It's my favorite show of the year.
I didn't
every
get
year.
any sleep last night. I've been so excited.
Vincent's been excited, Joe. Like, really,
Nice.
can't wait. Usually I'll text him and he'll be like, what time? When I text him today, he's like, dude, can't wait. When are we
Hell
going?
yeah,
When are we
brother.
going? And then he's like, where are you? And then 5 minutes from his house, calls me, where are you? I'm like, dude, just chill.
Just planning my state of mind. You know,
Well, how is
I mean,
it?
let's be real.
it's good.
Vincent's like real horny about this.
I am
Yeah, that was the weirdest text I ever got, right, Joe?
I was on Norco still.
That I didn't feel comfortable by it, but
I think the word horny is hilarious.
I love that word.
it is a weird.
When I die at Call of Duty, I was like, oh, that made me horny.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's great for all the little 13-year-olds you play with. They're like
probably why I got
looking it
banned.
up on Google what that means. So good job,
boy.
Vince.
Like, Mom!
It's gonna be a good show though. Pumped to do this. Got some changes though for the not changes, but advanced. Not advanced. What's the right word?
Upgrades.
Additions, upgrades. Uppers and downers is back, Joe.
Yeah.
Uppers and downers. EMT Racing. My guy Mike at EMT Racing was like, "Hey, why don't you guys do that upper and downer thing anymore?" And I said, "I kind of don't know why we don't." He said, "Well, bring it back, and I want to sponsor that segment." So it's back. EMT Racing is bringing you uppers and downers.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're back with that, which will be good. I have an interesting upper and downer to share with you today. It involves Christmas, and it also involves the big guy that comes down the chimney. So if you happen to be listening to the show with
The
your
big guy.
kid,
Satan Claus?
The big guy?
I mean, Santa Claus?
either one, whatever one, Vincent. But if you are listening to the show and you happen to have a kid with you that still has feelings towards the guy coming down the chimney,
Jeez, man.
just when we get to that segment, you're going to have to turn it off because you don't want to ruin the
Right,
kid's
right.
youth.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, Joe, if
they're still horny for Santa.
I was going to say, if you have a
if
kid,
there's any kid listening right now, their youth is already.
well, if you're a kid that, listen, if you are a listener and your kid still believes in Santa and is listening to this show, you need to get your parenting in order because that just doesn't,
not only
it's
is
not a
the
good
kid's
fit.
life not in order, but the parents' life
Neither
is
is
not in order.
yours. But yeah, I got to make a little, my upper, I'll just tease.
Hold on, wait a minute.
It involves
Batcave,
Santa.
Where's the fridge of beverages?
Yeah, it's on the way. I know. I said there would be. It's
Because I'm parched.
I'm too a little bit. But yeah, we got that coming back. Listener questions are back, of course. And the Dumbass Bass Championship. It's on this year, but there's a little bit of a twist to it. All American Chevy of Killeen is sponsoring our Main Event Moto Fantasy Pick'em, which is us four. That would be producer Joe, Vincent, Toolman Dan, myself, plus Eric Nye, Hobo Nick, who will be making an appearance here soon. He says he's in, Joe.
Nice.
He says he's planning on paying attention to Supercross and he wants to come on. And Andy Gregg. So us seven are in our own little league. And when we get to that part of the show, we'll discuss how it's going to go down. But one of us will be walking away with the Dumbass Bass trophy that, Joe, you have to keep in your possession for now.
Yep.
Because this summer
I'm the
you
owner.
were pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Joe.
Anyways, but before we kind of dive in, how's the new year been for you, Dan? What's everything good? You good?
Yeah, everything's good so far.
Been riding at all? No?
A little bit.
I kind of don't feel like I've seen an Instagram from you riding lately, no?
Yeah, I haven't really been on Instagram a whole lot.
Oh, okay. Vincent?
I'm doing good. I've been off work since late November, and I don't go back to work for another couple weeks from my surgery.
How's your leg? Is it getting better?
Leg's good. I just got my x-rays. It still looks like there's no connection to the bone because they used the bone graft, Mm-hmm. And it made me kind of worried. But they said there's so much in there that my tibia and my fibula might union together right there. So I might have like a
super tib?
It might be a super
I
tib.
want a super tib.
Yeah.
I have a
The
super
graph-
femur.
A super horny tib.
Yeah. At least, yeah. And then for Christmas, I got my kids the Stasic bicycles and
Yeah.
Geo.
And you're doing some music for them, right? Mm-hmm. Nice.
And Geo whiskey throttled pretty hard on that bike on like the first day and scared Ollie so bad. And he's just now finally starting to ride it with the motor. But it's funny because both kids, they're so opposite. Geo is a full-blown two-stroke rider. He just twists that throttle, full throttle or none, you know?
On or off.
In electric bikes, that just don't work. And Ollie is so funny. He just eases on, nice, good throttle
Little
control.
four-stroker, dude. Likes to ride it right in the meat of the power band.
And he's got full control. He's standing up already, but
Nice.
he wants to go ride with Evan and Elena.
Okay.
Those Stasics are badass.
They are.
You gotta
they
get
honestly,
batteries.
those guys
Batteries.
nailed it, Joe.
sent me
So
extra ones.
good. Like that little thing is incredible.
Hey, on the fast speed, they're because I have the brushless one. I don't know, like if the older ones, but dude, the thing has to go at least with Geo's weight, 20 mile an hour.
Oh, they're insane. They're good, and you can jump the crap out of those things
Yeah.
too.
I
those
got
guys
sick
nailed it.
graphics on them. I got the Pro Circuit Cowie graphics for Ollie and the Husqvarna graphics for Geo.
Oh, that's cool. I'm sure Mitch appreciates that, Vince.
Those Ollie's
That's
Did you
the
do that?
first
Did you do
thing
that?
I saw.
I know.
thought when I saw
It was
it.
That's
Ollie's
awesome that you
choice.
support.
I didn't choose
It's
that.
awesome that you support Mitch like that. I'm glad you guys made up. It's cool.
I like it.
Fuck him.
No, he's
guy.
speechless.
Oh man.
Joe, how about you? Obviously, the move is. I mean, dude,
I
did you
love
do-
it in here.
I do too. But did you do it all by yourself?
I'm taking
did you
my
guys
clothes
do?
off.
Did you and Ashley do it yourself, or did you?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
There it begins. Yeah, my New Year was great too. Obviously, just getting through the holidays and getting ready to go. So it was good. I miss you guys. It's gonna be fun.
too, buddy.
Well, let's take a break right now, Joe. We'll come back and get into the meat of the show, and we're gonna talk 450 Supercross. Not really gonna do too much with the 250 class because I don't know who's riding East and West. By the way, using the words East and West is not gonna work this year because Daytona is a West, Salt Lake is an East because of everything, you know. So when you hear East and West, just don't think of location. Just think of Series A and Series B. And I don't know who's riding which one. I really don't. And freaking Will Hahn. I know you're listening, Will. Stop signing up all 57 of your guys on one coast. Just put the ones that are going to race the first one on there and not confuse everybody. Will.
Will.
Come on, Will.
Lil Willie.
Hey, real quick before we go
Yeah.
to break, the first break, I want to do.
Oh, you want to do a giveaway?
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah. We did. Dan's killing it on the Instagram, of course, Joe.
Straight killing it.
Yeah, and doing giveaways, calling our sponsors, and making things happen, and he did. So first one, Dan, what do we got?
First, I wanted to thank everybody for participating, our sponsors for sure, because we wouldn't be able to do this without the sponsors'
Yep.
help. And thank you guys for all tagging your buddies. And I will say this: two things. One thing, we're gonna do more of these.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna do a lot more of these.
Okay.
So we want everybody to be engaged. But the other thing is, guys, make sure, guys and gals, because there's a lot of gals that participated, make sure that you guys follow the rules. Because I selected a few people, and one of the rules is you have to be following Main Event Moto and the sponsor. They tagged 3 people, they're following us, but then I go check the sponsor, they're not following them. So make sure that you're following them, and we want you guys to win. Like I said, we're going to do more of these.
So who won? Give me a winner.
For the first 2, we're going to do one for the Guts Racing seat cover. The first winner is Just Casera. Okay, Just Casera. You won the Guts Racing seat cover.
Nice.
Hit us up on Main Event Moto's Instagram. Just slide into my DMs. Give me your info, and I'll pass it on to Andy over there at Guts. And then the next one is for the Blindzall. We had a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke pack. So just message me if you want a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke pack. I'll make sure you get the right one. But 2 winners here. One is Gnarly 901. And that's cool, right?
I can't help myself when I hear these names.
And then the second winner is AB722_.
Sounds like a Wi-Fi password.
It does. But congratulations.
Yeah, good job.
And,
Whatever happened to just like your name?
maybe it was taken.
God.
Maybe his name's
Sometimes I
John
wanna be like-
Smith.
Yeah.
And it's
John
been
Smith,
taken.
249. What's wrong with that?
Because that guy, that's been
Why
taken
you have
too.
AB7XQ underscore?
Because maybe it means something to him. Why you gotta have opinions?
Well, where's he from? Mars?
Yeah, maybe. And maybe he's pretty proud about it. Vincent?
Congratulations, AB7-Q.
All right. Well, hey,
Anyhow.
okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Guts. Thank you, Blinzall. And we're going
thank
to
you.
do more of these throughout the rest of the show. So
What's Andy doing?
Andy Gregg?
Yeah, what's he up to?
I don't know.
I miss
he was
him.
traveling. He was traveling for New Year's and
Yeah, he's all over the place.
That's breaking the rules, man. He's a rebel. Always has been.
Always has been.
Such a role model.
All right. Well, hey, let's take a commercial break before we do, though. Again, huge shout out. Let's go Fly Racing, Mika Metals, Scott USA. Thank you guys. EMT Racing, Motosport.com, and Old Meat Creations, all back for the 2021 season. Joe, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Main Event Moto.
All-American Chevrolet in Killeen, Texas is a proud supporter of Main Event Moto and invites all the Motoheads to experience the difference for all of your Chevy sales and service needs. Mention Main Event Moto and get 50% off your next oil change and a front-end alignment at no charge. Remember, whether you're hauling your bikes to the weekend track, trail, or race, or commuting to the job that pays for your moto habit, we have the truck to get you there in style. Visit us online anytime at ChevyKilleen.com. That's All-American Chevrolet of Killeen. Chevy, find new roads.
Look good? Check. Protection? Check.
Fly Racing has had the gear game on lock for years, but the Formula helmet has taken Fly to another level. They didn't just make a high-quality helmet, they redefined the standard for the most important piece of safety equipment on a rider's body.
Use your head and protect your head. Run the Fly Formula helmet.
Then cover the rest of your body in Fly's Evolution and Kinetic gear lines.
Easy decision.
There's a reason I run DRS suspension and Racetech hard parts with Mika Metals chains, bars, and sprockets on Evans 65. First off, DRS suspension settings work everywhere. I haven't changed a clicker since I put them on. Maybe it's the internals from Racetech that give it that extra something.
American-made products with a 100% guarantee. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, the DRS Racetech combo works for me. And what can I say about Mika?
First off, they've been with us since the beginning.
The quality of their bars is top of the line, and Mika is the only chain and sprocket combo I run. Motoheads, get with the program. It's DRS suspension, Racetech, Mika Metals.
Say it again.
It's DRS suspension, Racetech, Mika Metals. Is that good, Joe?
Yeah.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
We are back. Huge shout out to Racetech and DRS suspension, Guts Racing, No Toil, Blinzall, All American Chevy of Killeen, and ScreenPrintingDone.com. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, let's talk 450 Supercross. I'm going to start this off by saying that it's undebatable that Eli Tomac is the favorite on paper. No debate, right? Most wins of anybody in the last 4 years, defending champ, no injuries, prime of his career, a bike that's unchanged. I right?
you ain't getting no fight out of me about that.
Okay, I want to start at the top of this pyramid. And at the top is Eli Tomac. Now, you can make a debate for probably 8 or 9 guys, Joe, right? But let's just put this to rest. Tomac's the favorite coming in, right?
Is he the most
Number one.
talented?
What do you mean? What do you mean? The season already started.
Oh,
Justin Barcia won last night.
Oh my gosh! I was hoping we would get through here without even bringing that up. Did you see that crap?
No.
What happened, Dan? What the hell was that? Because I still
everybody got trolled.
I don't even understand it all the way. Vincent says he heard from a source that it was pretty expensive what they did, but I don't even know what they did. What did they rent Anaheim Stadium?
No, it was all photoshopped.
They went there. I'm pretty sure they went there.
I
dude.
was told a different story.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
All I have to
won't say the name, but
What are you guys even talking about?
I don't know. Yesterday, all of a sudden, my phone's going off. People are like, dude, are you in Anaheim? I thought Houston was round 1. Barcia win? And Racer X and all the media, they all had this like thing going with like Barcia at the first round in Anaheim. And it was like either photoshopped or he was really there. I have no clue.
But it looked legit. If they were
fake.
really there,
Deep fake.
search it.
I will say this, and I'm all about everyone having their own opinion. Mine's not even right. It's just my opinion. But I thought the whole thing was goofy, leaning towards lame. I wasn't a fan of it. Like, what the hell?
Here's why I think it was goofy is because it came from like Vital and Racer X and like these
Well, it's confusing is the problem.
Well, it was super confusing because it wasn't just like, hey, Justin Barcia won H1. It was like they started early in the day.
Yeah.
Justin Barcia's top qualifier. Justin Barcia wins his heat race. They've got him riding the bike in Anaheim Stadium.
He's spraying champagne.
Dude, it was, I mean.
Yeah, it was Joe. It was just
legit.
a big old deep fake. And I think it was a fun little marketing thing that they
Publicity
did.
stunt.
Yeah. It didn't work for me. Didn't like it. You know why? Because I had to answer to so many people that were writing me, asking me what it was, and I didn't know what it was. And that's just frustrating. So good job. If you're listening, you should have never approved that. It was not cool. I did not like it. Anyways, all right. Eli Tomac's a favorite on paper, but you can make a debate for a lot of guys. Dan, I'll start with you since I know Eli is your guy, but make a debate right now for who you think is his biggest challenge, because there's a few, and don't go AC just cause. Like, be real.
No, okay.
Because AC has never won a main yet. It's hard to go from no main to title.
That is
very
one
difficult.
of my New Year's resolutions is to kind of give everybody a more open chance. Like,
be a little less loyal.
I like Italian, or not Italians, French. I like the French now.
Don't like
it. Could
Italian.
change.
Yeah, don't like
Yeah.
Nobody.
Italians are not high on my list right now.
Stop it, Joe. Don't point at me. Don't put your finger at me.
But
Oh,
seriously,
you guys get to laugh about hating on a country, but I get hated on for hating French people, which no one likes.
Because those people are here racing, and I have to talk to them every week. That's why. There's no Italians here. There's no Italians
You
here.
don't even know what they're saying half the time. Why do you care?
Because I mean, they're my colleagues in a way.
Dylan, how'd you do on the race? Yo soy pussy.
That's not what he
man.
says.
Yeah, talk shit on my boy,
Yeah,
Dylon.
and don't even do that to Joe. But no,
He looks like shit.
Jeez.
anyhow, so I think I said I was trying to give him a chance.
And
Go ahead, snap on, Dan.
if Will Hahn is listening, he is not anymore. Good job, Vince.
I got to say Cooper Webb.
Okay, all right.
Cooper.
I mean, is
He's the number one challenger, right, Joe?
Yes, that's my option as well.
On paper and
Yeah.
just your feeling. He was
You know-
the best guy in Salt Lake. He won in 2019. Last year, he was pretty damn good other than flipping through the air and having Rona at the first two rounds. Other than that, he was pretty sick. He's the number one challenger. I don't think that's debatable really either. It's
you know what I
1A
never,
and 1B.
You know what I never noticed is I was watching the preview show last night, and they had the segment on Cooper, and dude, his eyes and like his look of determination
he's got shark
is
eyes,
like
just
it's like
Chad.
terrifying, you know?
Yeah, everyone says that Chad. See, yeah, this is a video. What?
Yeah, I found it
They're
on
there.
YouTube.
So they're there. See, that's fake.
Yeah, they're chopping in.
That's all fake. But they have the team all watching, and like Barcia's in the tunnel. They have fake opening ceremony. They did this whole thing, and I don't know. I'm not a fan. It was too confusing. If it would have been explained better, we all could have got in on it and felt like it was fun. But y'all blindsided us with this confusing thing. And
Some really good editing, though, bro.
look at him.
Look at that.
Cost him some money to do this.
No doubt. Gas.
Vincent's hearing.
Gas has got some monies.
Vincent's.
Cash.
They got cash.
Oh no! Why'd you do that, Joe?
Hey, you know, just
I was hoping he forgot about it.
I did. It's
That's-
back.
All I have to say is, if they would have just paid me what they paid for that, I could have come up with something.
How much?
I would have loved what they paid for that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Dan, to your point, everyone always joked that Chad Reed has like shark eyes. Like his eyes, he's got kind of like his eyes, just the way they look, and the fact that he's a competitor the way he is. They say he's got shark eyes.
Wait, like
I think Cooper's got the same eyeballs. Like his eyes look the exact same. And he's
physically,
just-
you're talking physically.
yeah, and
He has shark eyes.
what would be the word?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically too.
He just looks intimidating.
So wait, you're telling me that their eyes are super dilated, like they're on drugs?
Maybe if
Shark eyes are
that's
solid
what-
black.
I don't know. I'm just saying Dan's point. I thought about it too. Cooper's eyes look like Chad's eyes, and it's just something that people have said over the years is that Chad has shark eyes, and I think Cooper does too. That's all.
Yeah.
Right? Am I reading that right?
I mean, he's got
Did
to
I
look
take
of
it? Did I take that one step further than you were going.
I think you did.
Okay.
It's okay, though.
Whatever. I
get
thought
it.
too.
I just think he has the look of intimidation. If you're a competitor and you look over on the starting line to him and he's got his helmet off, I would not want to look the guy and score in the eyes.
I wouldn't either.
Looks like he's going to kill you.
I agree. And then and
maybe he has. That's why he's actually killed someone. He's got the look of a murderer.
Like once you do your first one, your eyes change.
We're talking
forever.
about Cooper Webb, not Alex Martin.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Machete Martin's back on a Yamaha this year, Joe.
You know who else is on a Yamaha right now?
We won't get into that because I don't know what
this guy right here on the TV, Mookie.
Vincent, I'm gonna steer the ship. Stop grabbing the steering wheel. All right.
Okay.
Any debate on that, Joe? Webb's got to be the biggest challenger, right? At least coming in. This thing will sort itself out, but right now it's Eli and Cooper is the biggest challenger.
In my book, yeah.
Vincent, do you agree?
What? I'm just kidding. Yes.
Okay. Who would be the number 3 then? Who would be the next one? You could make a case for Kenny. You could make a case for Justin Barsha. You could make a case for Adam Osborne, Anderson. You could make a case for all of them.
Is this still on paper?
Yeah, kind of. I think that's the fairest way to do it because otherwise it's just your opinion. Like the paper will actually be the most accurate before the gate drops at the first one. And I have to go Kenny. I got to be honest. I'm not really feeling that, but I think it's fair that he would be number 3 in line in our initial pecking order to kick this off. Any debate?
I'll debate that.
Who you got?
AC.
AC. Okay.
And here's why. Because
you love Cowies.
I do. And I love AC, but AC gets probably, I don't think you can argue with me about this. He probably gets the best starts out of anybody in the field.
Yeah, I don't know statistically what last year looked like at the end, but I wouldn't argue that. He's definitely one of the best.
He gets good starts. He's pretty fit. This is his second year on the bike in Supercross. He's only going to get better. He was really good last year. Yeah, he didn't win a main event or anything like that, but he got hurt, but he was really good. And I want to see Kenny do good, and I think he's going to do good. But until I see the first 4 or 5 rounds from Kenny,
you're nervous.
I can't. Yeah, because I don't know what his health status is. Nobody knows what the health status is of him.
What are you laughing at, Vince?
Nothing. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I agree. He took the summer off to get right. For me, the concern isn't as much that as it is the new bike because Ken likes his bike to work a certain way. He's slightly picky with his bike setup, and he has a brand new bike. And they have 2 to 3 years on that old model that he got right, I think. And now they're starting all the way over. Hey, it could be the best thing that ever happened to him, or it could be a year-long process with him finding what makes him comfortable. So for me, I'm more concerned about the bike change than missing the outdoors and getting right.
So I've ridden the new bike, and I've ridden the 20. And what I could say is, and I know the factory bikes, they
you're
change
talking
engine
base
mounts.
form.
Yeah, but as far as a base form, I think they've got a better chassis to work with. It doesn't have that Honda twitch that Hondas typically have had in the past. Mm-hmm. It's pretty stable, almost like a Cowie or a Yamaha, but it still turns good. So I think they've got a pretty good base to start with. The motor's really good. I think that will actually help him because I think he'll be able to have a little bit more confidence because I think the chassis provides a little bit more comfort.
I agree. Vincent?
I wanted to say if they did anything smart, they raised the ground clearance.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. Well, but dude, why is it that Hondas? Anytime you ride a Honda, you frame everything.
I can't argue with that. I feel like on a Honda, I've always had that issue too a little bit. They run a little low.
Weird.
I will say to your point, Dan. I believe that Kenny's never said this, but I believe that when the situation on the track gets uncomfortable and he don't feel right, he backs it off 5 to 10%, probably out of fear of the things that have happened to him in the past. And I respect that decision. That's a smart move on his part. If that's on your mind and you're feeling that way, I get it. I'm not gonna argue that point. If this bike does have more of a stable feeling, more of a trustworthy style of bike, that could help him a lot. But do you agree with my concern that it might take him a while to get it just right? And with him, that matters a lot more than I think others. You know what I mean? Every rider's always looking for that perfect thing, but with him, it seems like he's always circling around it all the time. And now you're starting on a brand new model. That's a lot to circle around. And that's my biggest concern is that it's a work in progress. Maybe he feels great at the test track right now, and then when we go racing, there's 100 and something riders on the track throughout the day. The track gets beat up differently, and maybe he doesn't feel right yet, And that's the thing is Eli's coming in 100%. There's no hurdles. There's nothing in his way to slow him down other than himself, which he's in his prime. Cooper's the same. There's nothing in my mind that's concerning with those two. But Kenny, whether it's the sickness or the bike, it's that unknown that kind of makes me a little worried. That's all. I think that's fair. Joe, between Kenny and AC, is there anyone else you would want to put in front of them, at least in our pecking order, or are you feeling one of those two or both of those two?
I'm feeling kind of like Zacho's got some juice, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a workhorse, dude. You cannot deny the endurance level.
Can't deny the brow.
No, you can't.
He's good.
You cannot deny the brow.
You can't. But is it safe to say that when you think of him, you don't think the flashy thoughts like AC, Anderson, like these guys?
I don't think flash. I think workhorse.
So you think he'll just grind these dudes down,
yeah.
and that's why? And you think he could end up being top 3 in points? Because
I think so.
Maybe this is unfair. I don't feel like he can win the Supercross championship. I don't feel that.
Toolman Dan gave me the dirtiest look when I said his name, Zach.
Well, because you just didn't pick AC. But am I wrong in saying that? I don't feel like Zach has the overall package to win the whole thing. I feel bad saying that.
I think this is the year.
For real?
Possibly.
In his 30s, he's gonna.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be soon or never.
See, I think he's gonna be good, but to win the damn thing seems, I don't know, seems far-fetched.
I've never been, and Zach's a great rider, but I've never been super high on him. Yeah, he can go out and win races. He has these flashes of brilliance at times, but it's just not always there. It's not week in and week out. I just don't see it. And
I would agree with that.
Yep.
He's one of those sleepers, right? All of a sudden, you don't see him all day, and he comes up 5th, and he's like, oh shit, Zach finished 5th, but you just don't see
the total package.
Yeah.
But to Joe's point, he just won the outdoor title, so he is the current most recent champion in this. It does a little bit.
No, it
a little bit. Yeah, it does.
I think he's going to have more of the package this year.
I do too. Okay, so I talked to him last week. I'm getting my notes together for the season. I talked to him, and Vincent, he said the outdoor thing really does help him because it went from him thinking that he could be the top guy to now he kind of feels like he should. That's kind of a big leap mentally for somebody. Put it in your perspective, and let's go back to like a Los Banos. And don't laugh. I'm not meaning this to be a joke.
Okay.
It'd be one thing to be like a 5th place guy, and you're like, God, I think I could beat these guys. And then when you do, your whole brain changes. And with him, I know he's a little bit of a nervous wreck. He's hard on himself. He's the kind of guy that when he is confident, he produces. And he's the last guy to win a Supercross. He won the final round last year. I mean, Joe's got. There's more to that than just like Joe said, the grit and the fight, which we guarantee you're going to get that from the guy. But he won the last Supercross and he just won the outdoor title. I mean, it's on paper, it's really hard to deny that he might be the next guy.
All right.
To me, the last Supercross round to me doesn't mean a whole lot because you had Eli that was just trying to finish, kind of just trying to wrap things up.
I know.
AC was not there.
Webb went down on the first turn.
Webb went down on the first turn.
Anderson's seat fell off.
Thank Andy.
I forgot
but
about that
the cards just fell.
Who just said Andy? Who just said that?
He said thanks, Andy.
Who did?
Snap on Dan.
You did that? I looked down and I heard it. I didn't see it. It wasn't Andy's fault.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, we're all talking.
He's not here to defend himself, so we got to throw some shade at him.
I guess.
I got to get something off my chest.
All right. What do you got, Vince?
I've been holding it in. All right. We were talking about Osborne and AC and all these dudes. That's cool and everything, but
no, Vincent. Malcolm is not 3rd on the pecking order.
Okay, I know. Do you know who I think might win the championship?
Who?
This is gonna be really hard for me to say, but I have to stick to my. I have to stick to principle, man. And as much as it pains me to say this, I think Bam Bam's gonna win the championship.
See, Joe.
Feel better getting that out.
See, here's the thing. You do this on paper pecking order thing, but man, when I start kind of like just looking into my heart and what my heart thinks,
Not hard, man. It's with my eyeballs. Have you been watching him ride? Oh my god.
Okay, maybe it's eyeballs too. I've got a little bit of a Barsha feeling too.
Wow.
And as much as I'm annoyed by what they just did last night, that publicity stunt gone wrong. Other than that, I'm feeling it too a little bit with him. Like he's
Hey, I think the publicity stunt went right. It got us talking about it on the show.
talking bad about it.
Yeah, talking about it.
What do they say, Joe?
No press is bad press,
yeah,
right?
whatever. Yeah.
As much as I can't stand that dude,
Man.
he might win this thing.
And your reasoning is his Instagram videos?
I've been following him, like a hater.
He'll win round 1, and that's all you'll see of him.
You think? I don't know,
That's
man.
harsh, but hey, maybe
It's
gotta
Proof's in
have
the
it a couple,
pudding, son.
a couple times. So
so we were in Madeira, and there was some guys that had been riding with Barsha down there, and the feeling I got wasn't that he was going pretty good, but
someone else was a little bit better.
yes, but wasn't like, oh my god, Barsha is like just on rails. It wasn't. I didn't get that feeling. Did you?
No, I did get that feeling about someone else they were talking about.
Yeah.
But there's something about that I want to say when we get to him. So just go ahead.
Okay, but Barsha, I don't know if you guys have noticed, he's like super, super happy. I don't know if you've noticed, but he's always smiling, laughing, joking around. I think he's in a really good place. And actually, the gas bike is it's the same as the KTM and Husky, right? Essentially,
it is perfect for him.
but that's a good program, and it's a good bike.
Everything about his whole deal screams hell yes. The bike, him being the lone guy there, he's kind of taking on this face of the franchise kind of vibe, Joe. He's now the OG gas guy, right? He's the guy. But the problem is, this is why I can't get on board with all that, is I've kind of heard this song and dance with him before. Feeling good, we got the bike good. Yamaha, we got it good. And then, like Joe said, and then you kind of, it falls away. And then all of a sudden there's problems. So I do agree. I feel this is a better fit, and I feel like we'll have less of that. But we are talking about someone who usually comes in on fire, feeling great, and then the issues start rolling in little by little here and there. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing holding me back. But, dude, I am having these little vibes right now that he kind of is the guy that, if you're looking at the field of guys who have never won before a title, and if someone's going to win their first title, I kind of feel like he might be the guy. Vincent, I can't argue with that, even though I know it pains you to say it.
It pained me a little bit. I feel better saying it now, finally getting it off, but I don't know.
So, Joe, we got Osborne. Is that your guy then for 3, Joe?
Yeah.
You'll put him 3?
I'll put him 3.
Vincent, Barsha, at least go 3, because there's no way you could stand here today and say his odds are better.
I say the championship battle is going to be between AC and Barsha.
No Eli in the mix at all?
No.
Wow.
Why do you say no like that? Like, no.
Like it's a ridiculous
like how
proposition.
silly of us. To
Maybe he'll win if everyone
silly
gets
of him.
hurt or something.
Oh, that's how he'll do it? Jesus. Did you watch last year?
Yeah.
No
last
confidence.
year didn't really count, dude. Come
What
on.
do you mean it didn't count?
It wasn't legit.
Because of Salt Lake?
Yeah, it was altitude. Everyone was altitude sickness. And he was up there just chilling. So this is just like home.
That's not how he sounds.
And that's not how it went either. So, all right, Dan.
And you know, as much as I love Osborne, let me say it real quick too. The outdoors too, it's not the same. Okay, as much as you want to say, it's not.
I would agree with Vincent on that one because there was a significantly reduced amount of rounds.
Yeah, and Eli blew up a motor early. Maybe 2 of them. I don't remember.
It's just not the same. Okay.
Joe, do you have a problem with Salt Lake City? I don't even want to. No, here it is again. He brings up old stuff and brings up old arguments. I'm not going into an old argument.
You asked me why I'm so against Tomac. And I think, yeah, you're right on paper.
You rolled your eyes when I said he's the favorite. You rolled your eyes.
On paper,
and I roll my eyes.
I understand that on paper, but
he's won like 40 races the last 4
paper
years.
doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't.
Next weekend.
I know, but also your feelings and your Instagram videos.
Yeah, and
you're
I'm going
doesn't matter
against
either.
my feelings.
All right,
for someone that legitimately looks like he might dominate.
So the debate is out on who's 3. I guess we're all in agreement. Sort of. Vincent's backtracking now a little bit, but then let's just go through some other names that should be number 3 on this, or could be number 3. Anderson and Dan. We'll get into what we heard at the Madera Supercross is that Anderson is riding phenomenal. And I'll back that up. Jacob Hayes went out recently, maybe a week or two ago, and watched, and he called me, and literally all he wanted to talk about was Anderson. He said that things that he is doing right now on a bike, the way he rides, is insane. But one of the points that he brought up, Vincent, I'm curious your thoughts on this. He said Anderson is clicking off these laps at the test track that are like hard to watch because they're unbelievably like insane in a good way. But he doesn't use brakes, doesn't use clutch. He literally is just using his engine around the whole track, landing and just. And my thought was, and Jacob's was too, is that sounds like a great plan if you're out front and can kind of ride that way. But if you're in the middle of a battle and a race, you can't flow that way. You know what I mean? In a battle, it's never a flow. You're in a fight the whole time. You're on and off the brakes and the clutch, and you're having to kind of pivot and do a lot of things. But on his just alone fast laps, Jacob said Anderson is riding. He's never seen anyone even ride that way before. I'm so
confused.
Good.
He's like dirt bike kidding it around or something?
Pretty much. Like just landing off of a rhythm section triple into a corner, not using any front brake or rear brake or clutch, and just landing and using the engine braking and railing corners and doing triples out of corners easier than Barsha and everybody else.
So he like learned something new?
Yeah, he said Jacob said he's never seen anyone ride Supercross the way Anderson is riding right now.
It's such a low RPM.
Low RPM. And that's what Jacob said. Dan and I heard that from someone else too. And so my thought is purely from a riding standpoint, maybe Anderson's found something pretty insane here. I don't know if that technique and that style of riding works in a race because you can't race that way. There's too many variables kind of interrupting the flow. So I know this sounds confusing maybe to some what we're talking about here, but I'm just relaying the messages. Right, Dan?
Yep.
And the vibe that Dan got there was that Barsha didn't look as good in person as maybe he is on Instagram. So it's just hard to tell right now.
So it's all just a big fake news media.
I mean,
well, that's the gram.
Well,
dude.
yeah, he just won Anaheim last night. So yeah, you're
telling me that what I just said might be a complete lie.
I mean, J-Mart is the fastest guy I've ever seen on Instagram multiple years in a row, and it hasn't translated at the races. That's what I'm saying is Instagram can lie. And that, to your point, Vincent, Ferrandis did look crappy on Instagram, the videos I saw of him on the 450, and that might not be fair either.
I think it's fair. He ate shit, though.
That would be my method. I'd put up the shitty videos, and that way you're going to underestimate the hell out of me.
How far would you go with it, Joe?
The worst. Like, just weeding up, just
Ronnie Mac.
goon squad
so was Dylan's
all day.
crash on purpose then? To just steer everyone off
all
of this trail.
He got lucky.
Yes, dude. I would be.
He did get lucky.
He got
actually.
lucky.
It was really bad.
Just baiting everybody.
I want to say something too. Again, there's some Motoheads on there that were like, "Well, I'm interested on Vincent's take on this." Like
on what?
On Ferrandis' crash. They posted. They were tagging me in it.
What's your take on it?
Well, I had to reply back to a few of them saying, like, dude, first of all, as much as we want to talk smack on people, you don't just like get happy when someone almost like injures themselves really bad or gets injured.
No matter who it is, even if it's someone that you're not a fan of.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. There's riders that I'm not the biggest fan of, and my heart breaks if I see them crash bad. Like people all need to realize that there's a line there.
If you're really like happy when you see someone get injured on a motocross bike.
What are you watching,
What the hell
Joe?
is that?
What is this?
I don't know.
It's a Los Banos brawl, dude.
It's some video on YouTube where a dude in a Raiders jersey just started swinging on people.
It's like motocross fights.
There's Rusty Holland right there.
It's always Rusty.
Yeah, he gets in there. He's not afraid.
Anyways, I don't wish harm from motocross or anything like that on anyone, even my least favorite of all riders.
What if they came from Italy?
None of them come from Italy.
Right now, yeah.
Hey, is this show even going to be able to be heard?
Oh, boy.
Joe, do we got our own servers? We good?
Stop it.
Oh, man. All right, let's move down the list. Anderson, though, what are you guys feeling on him? Nope, no Bobby Hewitt. Obviously, you know that. Team manager gone, and he left Alden. So, I mean, we kind of already knew that.
I think leaving Alden is an upper for him, honestly.
Because of just fit?
Yeah, just fit. He wants to do his own thing. He's not, I don't think he's super structured like Alden's program is. I think he mentally will do better and, you know.
Do you think that he'll take the stuff that he likes from Alden's program and then just do the silly stuff that I know a lot of those guys don't like?
No.
I think like it's rocket science, dude.
I think he's on his own rogue program, whatever it is.
And is that a good thing?
it works. Things work different for different people. So
I don't know Anderson like personally, but I think it would be very easy to agree that he likes to simplify things, and I don't think Alden Baker simplifies things. I think
it's complex.
And let's just say, like for me, for example, I would be the worst trainer for Anderson. I'm so like in between the lines and like
detailed,
giving numbers and data and this and that, and that, when really I'm sure Anderson is like, can I get through 20 laps sprinting like this? How do I do that? Just tell me you know what I mean? And I just feel like for someone who needs simplification, is that a word? Holy shit.
Joe, is simplification a word?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So anyways, think about him mentally going to round one when he's got all this data and numbers like the dude from Hangover, counting cards, trying to get money, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to have issues. He just needs a clear mind, which means nothing really going on in the mind.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it was even necessarily a fit thing as much as I don't think he wants to spend that crazy amount of money on a program that he's done now for however many years and he knows it. Right? Like, if you know the program, don't you just go do the program? Do you need to pay that amount of money to keep
He has
the
no
program?
trainer whatsoever?
I'm sure he's got people around him that do things with him and hold him, I wouldn't say hold him accountable, but work with him on things, either at the track, whatever. But he's just not spending the crazy amount of money to be there. You know what I mean? Like, that program is there. It's disciplined. It's again, I can't believe he lasted there as long as he did. It doesn't seem like, if you right now, if they never worked together and you said, hey, I think Anderson and Alden would be a good fit, wouldn't you be like, no? It doesn't seem like that'd be a good fit.
I agree with that.
And the fact that it lasted as long as it did was kind of surprising to me. But if I'm him, I take the parts of the program that I really, really like and maybe a couple of the diet things that I personally probably wouldn't agree with, and I just go and replicate the dang thing 95%, and he's probably fine. Right? I mean, he's definitely missing out on the camaraderie of battling with Webb and Muskin and Osborne every day, but maybe he kind of didn't do that last year either.
Maybe we can get some more info on that.
Maybe they split because he didn't want to do drugs and Alden wanted him to.
That's not... Oh, Vincent.
What? I had to say it. There are people that think that right now.
There's tons of people that
You're
think
welcome.
that.
I asked.
I know, but you didn't ask. You just blurted. And
I did. Anderson is
kicking,
so talented.
Kicking a dead horse on that one.
Anderson is so talented. So if the stars are aligned and everything's dialed in and good, watch out. Okay? But if you want to go off of last year and all that stuff, that's why
So what's your high-low on him? Joe, what would be your high-low on Anderson? The best that you think he could do, and maybe the worst that he ends up, obviously barring an injury, if he's in there the whole year. High-low.
Well, if he's in there the whole year, I mean, the high is championship.
Yeah.
So you think he's in the running still?
I think so, yeah.
Since his title, he's lost that luster. The next year was bad and he had the injury. Last year was okay, but he never was really in it. So you know what I mean? He's kind of like pushed himself out of the conversation.
I'll keep it real. The stars all aligned perfectly that season he won. I'm not taking away from his championship win, but everything came together just right to allow him to do that. So is it a possibility? Absolutely. Is it probable? I don't think so. But
so if you're playing it safe, then what's your high-low?
If I was playing it safe, my high for him would be maybe a 3.
That's where I land.
Points?
In play. Yeah, 3 points total in the year. Yeah,
total in the year.
An 18th once, Vincent.
Huh? An 18th once?
No, third in points.
Okay. Gotcha.
And a low 7, right? 3 to 7?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Vincent, 3 to 7. Do you feel like it's fair with him?
I concur.
Okay. Next one, Marvin. Now, I was having these feelings like it wouldn't be good. Like, he didn't seem that great this summer. He's getting a little bit up there. The class is getting deeper. I kind of was having this vibe like, But then I did a Beyond the Track with Don Maeda, and he went out to Florida and said Marvin looks the best he's ever looked. He said 2 days in a row, lights out. Osborne talked to him last week. He said Marvin's riding great. Like I feel like he's maybe getting unfairly thrown out of the conversation, and I think maybe with this full off season, he's healthy again. You go to these tracks, we're all in these football stadiums now where he's a little bit better, I think, even though I know he's won Anaheim. I kind of feel like we're doing a disservice by pulling him out of the conversation. He's always been right there in that top 3, and now all of a sudden, like, people are forgetting that he's even like a top 5 guy. That might be unfair. Or am I wrong now, Dan? Is he out of it for you? Is he no longer part of that club?
You know, I was thinking about this last night, actually. And everybody says, Marvin's getting up there in age, but I've never really thought of that about Marvin. He doesn't
ride in a style that I think age would hurt him, right? Don't you? He doesn't ride in a way that age would ruin his style. I feel like he could ride that way for 5 more years.
Yeah.
It's more of your Brayton style where he's technical.
He's very technical,
and like you said, but he doesn't exert as much, I think, as the other guys, style-wise. So
when's his contract up?
I think this is it.
This is it. This is last year.
This is last year.
And this is going to be it for Marvin, period, unless he wins a title, right?
Yeah.
Or
1,
2, 3, which is...
Well...
Could happen.
Okay, if he doesn't get top 3 in points, then what happens is he could still get a factory ride, but he's not going to probably have the money, and then he has to make a decision, is it worth it? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's usually what happens. Joe, do you agree?
Yep.
You'll go as long as you can if the money's good, but all of a sudden when the money's not as good, then you start going, and do I really want to work this hard and do all this and take this risk for a quarter or a half of what I was making?
Yeah.
So that's his biggest, I would say, worry this year is if you don't get it done or at least win a couple and get top 3, how big will the next offer be, and is that worth it?
Marvin could be the sleeper.
I'm
no way.
High-low, Vincent, on him.
He's not aggressive enough to ever win a championship. He's one of those guys that gets it when it falls in his favor.
See, he's
a little bit, and as I love Anderson, but Anderson's kind of the same way so far in 450. Not in lights, obviously, but in 450, things kind of fell in his favor. But then Anderson turned it up and pulled a talent thing. And no offense to Marvin, even though I hate your guts, okay? But let's just be real.
Respect.
Let's pretend.
I said with all due respect.
Let's pretend that I love him. He doesn't have that. He's the guy that works hard and loves the sport, and he's really good and everything, but he is not. It's got to
be aligned.
He is not as talented as a lot of those guys. It must be a French thing.
See, I
genes or something.
I don't know why you keep going to that.
I'm just kidding.
And also, I don't know if I agree with that because I would say talent isn't the issue with him. I think he's got maybe more than most. He's very technical and very talented.
You think he's more talented? Okay, then he has no balls then.
That's not that either. I will go...
Not like that. I mean, like you know what I mean.
What Osborne has, what Joe loves about Osborne, Marvin doesn't have that. That's
Anderson
fair to
has
say.
that. Roxon has that. Bam Bam has that. AC has that. Tomac doesn't really have that, but he's so good that he you know what I mean?
The fight. You're talking about the fight.
Yeah.
Willingness to fight. But you know what's funny about that, Joe, is I feel the same way. But then Marvin's the one who threw it in there and just T-boned the crap out of Tomac a couple of years ago and and when you watch back, it looks like a pretty aggressive, dirty move. Again, I don't think the word dirty. I don't want to revisit that conversation, but you know what I mean? Marvin doesn't come across as the guy who's going to go smash and make
in a little
himself
inside rut turn,
win.
dude.
Like force it. Doesn't Osborne come across as the guy that will force his will if he has to? Where Marvin, it's more of he will out talent and out technique you to a win. But I don't think 17 rounds you can get away with. I don't think you can do it that way.
Do you know who was like that too? Dungey, even though he has the talent. He was the same way. He was so non-confrontational and methodical because I think he didn't want to be like that, even though he had the talent and probably could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's another thing.
Maybe Marvin learned that maybe as a teammate or something. Both of them were very passive.
Don't you think that with this many good guys, say 7, 8, or 9 guys that can win, you're not going to be able to sneak one by. You're going to have to go and take it. And that means you're going to probably have to take it from somebody a time or two.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm with you. I don't know if
that's
Marvin
why
has
Bam Bam's going to probably win.
And that's, again, if Bam Bam stays happy. If he is just as happy at round 17 as he is at round 1, then I would be terrified of him. I'm just wondering how long that lasts with him. Does he get through the whole series without losing his happiness? You know what I mean?
That's probably...
I mean, everyone's got their one or two things that's holding him back. I would say that's Barsha's. But for me, Marvin's is I don't know if he's willing to go and take the title, which I think you're going to have to. You're going to have to go and steal it out of someone's hands.
You want me to tell you Marvin's
he's not
biggest
a fighter.
problem? I'll tell you Marvin's biggest problem. You're right, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
He's always been the second guy. He's always been in the shadows of Dungey. He's always been then when Dungey left, he was going to be the number one guy KTM. Cooper came in, laid the smacking down. Marvin had some injuries. So Marvin has always been this guy in the shadows, and I think Marvin believes he's the second guy. I don't think he believes he can be the first guy
on your own team, let alone in the whole damn series. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. So
maybe
it's just I just worry. I don't see him having that forceful style.
But I think if I think as far as somebody that we don't expect to do pretty damn good, I think Marvin is the guy.
Like if Marvin gets second at Houston this weekend, some people are gonna be like, "Oh, like crap, I forgot." But I think we shouldn't be sleeping on him.
Correct.
If Marvin wins the championship, it's because he got more seconds and thirds than anyone else. That's how he wins it.
The bottom line is this: Marvin isn't horny enough.
Oh my,
he's not
gosh,
horny.
That's there it is. Vincent,
Joe solved it all.
Joe, you did it. You solved the entire debate.
Thank you.
He has too much gluten.
I don't think he's got any on Alden's program. I'm pretty
You're right.
sure.
He needs some gluten.
Who's next? Do we go rookie? Did I skip any?
I would, Joe. I'll pay you $1,000 if you tell Mooskin he's just not horny enough
to his face.
To his face.
No problem.
Joe would have to be at one, and there's not even one in this time zone. He ain't going.
If you get me to one, I'll do it.
Joe won't go to one unless there's one.
We'll do it on video.
Dude, you know how many people still message me asking me what Joe looks like?
Oh, 100 every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh boy.
Every day.
And then now that main event moto is what.
Keep
by
that
the
to
way,
yourself,
Joe,
Dan.
I want to apologize to you.
Oh.
I made a bad. I did a boo-boo.
Uh-oh. What happened, buddy?
Well, I forgot to renew maineventmoto.com, owning the domain.
Right.
So when I went to get on there, I'm like, hey, where'd our website go? And then when I went to check like GoDaddy to like buy it again, someone bought it, and now they're trying to sell it to me for $1,000.
Probably a Motohead.
Probably.
Seriously.
Give it back up. But no, it doesn't matter because maineventmoto.net. I mean, you can actually go to it right now. There's nothing on it, but we're rebuilding maineventmoto.net.
Only losers have .net.
Well, I know, but
.org.
But I lost the .com. I lost the .com. So
the .gov.
.edu.
Education. But anyway, so yeah, maineventmoto.net is coming around. It'll be out one of these days because I lost the .com.
That makes me horny.
Hilarious.
All right.
I'd almost be willing to change the name of the show. I mean, to somewhere we at least have a .com.
Change the name of the show just because I can't get the .com?
Hey, listen, if the Motohead who owns that is listening right now, hit me up. That is hilarious.
And give it up. And then also, Dan, when Joe tells Marvin to his face, and you give him $1,000, Joe, we could buy our website. Perfect. Solved. All right. Sexton. Rookie.
He still doesn't have any facial hair.
Yeah, he does. There's patches coming in. Look, I was all in on him a few months, 6 months ago.
Yeah, you were.
You were in on him.
You know what the problem?
Jeez.
You know what the problem is, Joe? Is I want to hold firm. I want to just say, you know what?
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not saying the right
You're
words.
horny.
I'm not. Someone else take control of this and let me get my thoughts because I'm saying the wrong things.
Toolman
Joe.
Dan, I know you have some strong opinions on Sexton.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a race win from Chase Sexton.
Oh my
this
wow.
year. I just don't think so.
That is
You
obnoxious.
just killed Daniel's hard and
that
firm
is an obnoxious
on
opinion.
Sexton.
Back that up, Dan, please.
Joe, can you delete what he just said? Honestly,
that's bold.
No,
that's a bold opinion.
You know what? You know what the truth is? It's kind of not though. AC didn't win one last year.
Yeah.
He was a rookie, didn't win one, and AC came in with a lot more hype than Sexton. I think
true.
Industry wide, not from me. I'm leader of the Sexton
You don't
fan
think
club.
he's going to win one round?
Dude, there's 8 or 9 good guys.
So.
I mean, how about this? How many guys actually win a race this year? I mean, Tomac's going to get a few. Roxon's going to get a few. Webb's going to get a few. I mean, how many are left?
Do you think Eli gets more than half of the?
No, hell no.
Do you think he gets close to half?
I don't think anyone will ever get more than 6 again for a while in this sport. Until I see someone just break from the pack, I don't see anyone winning more than 6. No way. 6 would be the most anyone gets, I think. I mean, say Eli gets 6 and Kenny gets 3 and Cooper gets 4. There's only like 4 left to go around for the whole field.
So let's do this. Let's break it down guy by guy, and not can he get it, because any of these guys can, right? Let's think logically.
Eli wins main, Wins a main. Let's just go a main. Eli.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Cooper.
Yes.
Yes.
Kenny.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. He won 4 races last year.
I know. You're right. I still question K-Rock. That's
Okay,
all.
I'm going to say yes too, but Joe, I'm going to write that down.
Hey, and you can't blame if
Hesitation.
he gets sick. You can't blame it on COVID because that.
Okay, Barsha. He won one?
I think he's going to get 1 this year.
I mean, okay, we just
Opening
nailed the
round.
3. Those 3 are going to get some. We agree?
Yep.
After that, dude, Barsha could not.
You don't think Adam's going to win a race this year?
I think he probably could win
Stamp
4, but I also think that he could do Adam things. He does Adam things all the time, man. He did it last year like 5
He's got
times.
17 chances.
Adam
Second
plays COD.
year.
Hit me up, dude. Let's go. Verdansk.
Adam things. Yeah.
I don't know how.
does-
I think he gets one this
I
year.
do too. And I would say Barsha too. There, yeah, no? Yes on Barsha or no?
Yeah.
Vincent?
Opening round.
Yeah, I think he does get
Probably.
1.
Okay, me too. AC, I do agree. There's your there's 5. Anderson?
No.
Could, but honestly,
Yeah, could.
I don't know. Anderson and Marvin, put it this way. If Muskin or Anderson win, I'm not surprised. If they don't win one, I'm not surprised. Does that make
I'm
sense?
saying they're podium guys. I don't.
Let's
put
start
them down
making
for a
some
win.
bets.
It does make sense,
are in a
but
minute.
also keep in
Yes.
mind, and I don't mean to jinx anything, but we never talk about the ghost rider on the track, which is Mr. Injury. And
Oh, I thought you were talking about Vince Freese. Which, by the way, we're boys.
Oh my God.
If you watch the Madeira Supercross
I
video,
saw that. That was surprising.
yeah. Did you like how? I mean, I went at him.
You did.
Hey, hold on.
You
no
held
one's
firm.
thought about this. Sorry. Mookie is not on the same team as him anymore.
Oh, what if Malcolm's just like, man, I had to get off that team so I could blast that dude? What if that's what was a reason?
It might happen.
He was actually. You know what? He's actually
Vince is really cool.
really nice guy.
Honestly, he just has a way about his racecraft that infuriates a lot of people.
but he looked good, dude.
I thought
Rightly
he did.
so.
So those 5, but Anderson and Muscan, those are maybes, right? There's no way you would guarantee
Osborne.
one.
Osborne.
He's gotten 1 in his life, and Anderson's seat fell off. Is he a guarantee?
Jeez.
No. So that's what I'm saying with Sexton. Dan, to your point, yeah, you're right. He could not, but I have feelings.
God,
There's-
you're back at that?
There's
It's just-
potential there, though. There's untapped potential.
See, I honestly, this is my honest opinion, and I'll throw it completely out there.
just because he's a rookie? That's what.
We're talking about Ken Roxon should win the title. He should win a few, 3 or 4. I honestly think that Chase will be better than Kenny this year.
Whoa.
Straight up. That's just my guess.
You want to make a bet?
No, because I lose all bets. I never win anything.
I
when
can't
bet.
go there. I think Ken's gonna. I hope Ken's gonna be. The only thing that's holding Ken back is his health. That's it. The speed.
He should have
the
already had-
technique,
he should-
everything. The skill or the maturity.
What is Chase
it's all
Sexton
there.
missing other than experience? Name one thing that's missing from his program.
Facial hair?
Pubes.
His racing program.
I think he's missing. I think he's missing a little bit of the raw speed.
A
Honestly,
monster chick?
dude. His
Raw
Sexton's
speed.
chick is hot.
What do you mean raw speed? What are you talking about? You don't even know
that,
yet.
Just that sheer raw speed,
Dude.
I just
That grown man speed.
yeah.
I really do. See, here's what happened is I do really believe that Chase Sexton is about to he's about to come onto the scene and make a presence immediately, and I think he will be fighting for the
That's what I was just saying,
championship.
untapped
I really
potential.
Do. I do. And I think
If
his
Chase
ceiling
Sexton-
his ceiling is as high as anybody in the entire sport.
If
That's where his
Sexton-
ceiling is.
If Sexton rides better than Ken Roxon, I'll tattoo
Oh.
a Chase Sexton style on my hand thing.
What is that?
What's a style thing?
Like I want to get my hand tattooed, so maybe
So what
I'll
does
do
that
like
mean?
some sort of Chase Sexton thingy tattoo
So are you-
thingy
Joe,
on my hand.
Joe,
Can we just have it like say sex in big letters?
I'm gonna maybe
And
like
then
a big traditional rose with a main event moto skull, and then like a CS 23 or what's his number? It's 23.
23.
Yeah, I brain farted. 23 in there or something.
Joe,
I
hold
bet
up,
you.
hold on.
Sex 10.
on your
Sexton.
knuckles? On the knuckles?
Tons of sex.
No, Vincent or Joe, can we force this to kind of happen? Because
I think
okay, so
so.
if Sexton,
I'll bet you that.
so I'll put it this way: if Sexton beats Roxon in points,
Oh, and points.
You'll get a tattoo on your hand. And it doesn't have to be all about him, but you will put something Chase Sexton related in the hand tattoo. Mm-hmm. You really will do that.
But only if Roxon doesn't get like hurt halfway through the season or something. It's not points like, it's got to be straight up, he rode better.
So if they both ride all 17.
Yes.
And Chase beats him, you'll put
And if Eli Tomac wins the championship, I'll tattoo my other hand with him.
And what'll be on that hand?
It'll say, good job. It'll be
hold on.
GOOD and then J.
How do you spell good job?
JAWB.
So, okay.
Good job.
If Sexton beats Roxon in points.
And they're at all 17 both.
Yeah, they've both finished the season. Chase tattoo. If Eli wins the championship, Eli tattoo?
Yeah, on my hand.
Wow. All right. It's stamped. It's on right now.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I love it.
Let's
I love it.
betting.
I love
now
it.
it's your turn.
Hold on. What else can we do while he's like this, Joe? He's vulnerable.
it.
He's
I'm the meds kicked hard right now. I'm pretty horny.
What if Marv does something?
What if Ferrandis and Moose can go 1-2 in points, Vincent? What do we get to do to you?
Oh man, French flag on your back.
Your whole back. His whole back, dude. No, how about this for real?
I'll castrate myself.
I'll help.
Vincent, do you believe Ferrandis will win a main this year?
No.
If he does,
Oh God.
will you get the initials DF and 14 in a tramp stamp on your lower back?
No.
Please.
No.
But you're going to tattoo Tomac on your hand?
He ain't gonna win. No, we're good. We're good.
Good job.
God.
He's not gonna win the championship.
Oh my God, that's confident.
That's bold.
If Bam Bam wins the championship, you have to tattoo a Bam Bam tattoo on your hand.
I'm not doing any of this.
You're such a loser.
No, I'm not. I just don't do this.
Come on, just play. Do it.
No.
What if Tomac, or what if I have to get a Sexton tattoo and you have to get a Bam Bam tattoo? We'll do it together.
What if Sexton beats Roxon in points and Tomac wins the title? He's got to do both hands, Sexton and Tomac.
Good job, ET3.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
All right, but for real, Joe, Dan's not feeling it, but I think Sexton is going to emerge this year, and how about this? I think Sexton wins a main before AC.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Not a
I don't
chance.
have any tattoos on my body at all yet, and I will.
Yo, what?
Yeah, right.
wanna
Yeah,
bet?
what?
No,
What happens if Sexton wins before him?
I'm not doing no tattoo shit.
If Ferrandis,
afraid of needles.
wins the championship, I'll tattoo my balls. A big DF on it.
Yes.
All right.
DTF.
Joe,
Kiss these.
Joe, Sexton wins this year. Victories. Dan says, did you say no?
No.
None at all?
Dan says no.
Vincent, none?
Chase he'll win one.
Does he contend? Am I way out there, Joe?
I think you $100.
I think
that Chase Sexton wins a round.
All right,
Dan.
done. $100.
I'm just gonna give Joe $1,000 for something weird a second
$100.
ago.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good though.
That's like
That's
3 dozen golf
That's
balls.
a good bet.
Okay, Dan, you're not including this question because you already showed your cards here and you don't like Sexton. Joe,
No, hold on.
Joe,
I like Chase Sexton.
oh, you don't believe in him.
He just doesn't love him like
believe
you
in
do,
him.
Daniel.
You think AC's winning all 18 rounds? There's not even 18 of them, but Sexton can't even freaking win one? Joe, halfway through the season, is Sexton in range of the championship? Halfway through?
No.
So I'm way out to lunch.
I was
on
actually
that.
going to say that I think he's going to have a decent second half of the season. It's going to take him about half the season to get warmed
I
up.
agree
that's
with
what
that, Joe. I agree with that. That's logic speaking.
Daniel, I bet you $100
Oh, my God.
that Bam Bam will be the first person to lay someone out.
I'm not taking that bet. I bet
Joe, I bet you $100.
That's another thing y'all need to remember. When Barsha is happy and smiley, that's when he hits people. So I'm not taking that bet. No way. The question is, who's he hit first? That's all.
That's the real bet.
The real bet. All right, let's move on to the next guy because somehow Chase Sexton derailed this entire thing. Let's move on, and we'll let Vincent take this one first. How's Malcolm going to do this year? How's he going to do? Like, really, it's one thing to be stoked on a guy, but what's he going to do? He's factory Yamaha, and in my opinion, the Instagram videos look good, but it's Instagram. But what do you think?
This is his opportunity and maybe his last. If he doesn't pull something off better than what he's been doing, but I can see him. Okay,
Does he win a race?
he can win a race for sure. He has the talent. He has the talent. He has the everything going for him right now. The bike now, he has no excuse. The only thing that has always seemed to, maybe it's just seems this way, but it's the fitness. It's just the 20 laps.
Like, does he have the last 5 minutes?
Does he have the last 5 minutes? And what did we learn from AC last year, right?
He didn't have the last 5 minutes.
He didn't have the last five laps, basically.
5 laps minutes.
Which is 5 more laps than a lights main.
Right.
Which we know Mookie can do, but if he has that, he can easily win a round. And I bet you $200 that he will win a round before Chase Sexton. $200.
Oh, you're dead serious?
Yeah.
I'll shake your hand right now. Shake it.
$200.
That was shook. And that's not even just this year. Like, that's forever.
Oh, what?
Right?
He starts changing the
No.
rules.
I'm just saying, like, if neither win this year, does this go? It's whichever one wins first ever.
How about this? How about? Oh, I got.
I don't want him to be like,
I got something.
Over. I only agree
Daniel,
with 2021.
I got something even better. For every round,
we already shook. It doesn't matter.
No. This is fine. It'll be fun. It'll be funner. For every round that neither of them win, until they win, it's $20 per round. It goes up.
So 20 times 17, just in case. What's that end up
Just
being?
in case.
340? If neither one get it, then the pot's at 340?
And then it goes to the next year.
In
I'm in on that. So it's just let's say
Mookie wins round 1. You owe me $20. Yeah, okay.
But if Chase wins round 17, then you owe me 340?
Yeah. And if it's his first win.
I think Chase Sexton gets a win before Mookie.
Yeah, we already shook, so he can't take it back. Joe, you saw that, right?
I did. Well, I witnessed it.
All right,
with my
I'm
own
in on
two
that.
eyes.
I'm in on that all the way.
Here's what I hope. Here's what I hope. Will Hahn, I hope you're listening.
Oh, he is. He's pissed. I don't even want to see him.
I don't want to see him.
I hope you guys have made some changes to the bike.
I trashed J-Mart. Trashed Malcolm. We haven't even got to his lights team yet. We'll get to them.
If anyone can ride that bike to its potential, it's going to be Malcolm.
I do agree, but dude, Chase is like 20 years old, Vincent. Like I got time.
I just don't think.
It's this year, dude. It's not forever.
It is forever. If it takes him 4 years to get it done, you're going to owe me like $2,000.
You're so stupid.
Yeah, Malcolm will be wrong, retired. Chase will still be getting it, and he'll be like 30, get his first one. Vincent will owe me $8,000.
This isn't like some investment plan.
You came up with it.
It's a bet for the year.
All right.
If neither of them win, no money.
All right, who's next? Actually, Joe, what do you think, Malcolm? Though I love the fit. I think it's gonna be good. I think he's gonna be awesome this year, and he will ride that bike great.
So good.
I honestly playing the high-low game on any given night. I think a third. I think a podium would be my high for him. I don't think I was
gonna say fifth. That'd be.
Even me third to me is a reach. I think fifth is pretty legit. Vincent's got.
I say win, and he must be top 5. Consistently, and then he can get those 8s, 9s, or whatever. But on that team, on that program, he needs to be in the top 5, battling top 5.
I think
or else
it's going to be 8, 9, 10.
That's not good then.
Points wise,
that's not good for him.
I think you might.
What did he get points last year?
8th, 7th, 8th. Something
okay, well, he needs to do better than that.
And I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. Dude, the field is deep. There's like what? So many guys.
Unless they've made significant changes to that bike. When factory Yamaha wouldn't make the changes that needed.
That bike.
It doesn't matter.
It'll be a different bike with Star. There's no question.
I think the Moto Concept
there's just
bike
too many.
was better.
There's too many guys to like be so surprised by that.
You think the Honda for him was better?
Yeah.
He's like 7 feet tall.
No, he's like 5'10". He's not that tall. He's thick. He's not that tall.
Okay, well he's definitely fit for the Yamaha.
I agree. It's a good fit.
Who's left? Fully disagree that he was better going to be better on a Honda.
Who did we miss? We didn't really miss anybody. Like the players, I don't think. And if I haven't mentioned you by now, and I guess we don't consider you a player.
I mean, that's pretty much it, right?
I feel like I'm missing some. I am missing
Ferrandis.
Yeah, Wilson, Ferrandis,
Savachi, Vogel.
What did Savachi get on?
Rocky Mountain.
That's right.
Baggett spot.
Oh my God! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Savachi could be somewhat of a sleeper.
I actually think Savachi's going to be a kind of like, you know how in the NFL, Joe, or the NBA, they have the comeback player of the year
I bet
award?
you $100 he never gets better than 10th.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
shake
I'm just
on that.
kidding.
My God, what?
I was pushing it. Better than 5th ever. $100.
I don't know if I'd take that. I feel like a 5th would be pretty dang good for him.
Better than 7th. $100. Joe, $100. Better than 7th.
Better than 7th?
Savachi?
Any finish better than 7th?
If he gets 7th or better,
it's $100.
you get $100.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Shake on it. Shake
Right
on
here,
it.
buddy.
Man.
All right.
Yeah.
Joe, let's take him to the cleaners, man.
It's all right. I got money.
Drain his account.
I got my stimulus. How much do I have left?
I got a good feeling about Joey.
How much money have I? If I
Did
lose,
you guys get your stimulus?
wait, how much have I lost?
I looked
If
at
I
my
lose,
account, I
all,
was like, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
Dude, I still got $100 to spare.
All right, you're good. Then you're
Perfect.
dialed. All right, I think we kind of, I guess, covered the favorites, but I guess who's your title pick then? Straight up, just who is your pick?
Bam Bam.
For real? You're locking in on him? That's your guy?
Yeah. You know what? I think it's time for a new me. I want to start hating on someone else.
I kind of like who he hates. He's fun.
Is it going to be an American or a foreigner? I mean, that's.
I prefer a foreigner.
Then Kenny. Are we going to hate Kenny for some reason? There's no reason.
No,
There's
I
no
like
reason
Kenny.
to hate any of them, Vincent. You're so weird about that.
There are multiple reasons why you would hate Dylan Ferrandis.
Joe,
I
you
can't
don't let
think
him
of
say
any.
that in
I
your
can't
house?
think of
He
any.
tried to murder a patriot.
No, he didn't.
He has kids.
Who, Christian Greg?
Yeah, he's a family man, dude. He speared him like Leonidas, dude, from freaking left field out of nowhere. F that guy.
Hey, Joe, before we go to break, let's talk about Monster Cup when Savachi pulled over for Tomac.
Oh,
Let's bring
God.
that up,
No,
too.
let's not.
Hey, remember when Marvin moved over for Doug?
Hey,
Let's talk about that again, too.
I apologize and got over that. Remember on the last one, we're over that. I'm trying. This is my resolution.
Change your ways, man.
My New Year's resolution is to clean up.
Lose money. Make dumb bets. All right. Well, Joe, let's, I guess we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got listener questions, uppers and downers. We got to do our fantasy pick. Our title picks before we go to the break. Title picks. Joe.
Dungy.
Is that because he's on the screen right now in an old video? No, for real. Who is your pick that you believe gets it?
Oh man, this is a tough one, dude. It's a stacked field. I got to stick with my boy Cooper every year.
Ride or die.
Till the wheels fall off.
My pick's Cooper Webb.
Really?
As my legit
I
pick.
bet you how much about $95 or $60 that he doesn't win the
No,
championship.
it's not good enough odds. There's too many good guys.
$60.
I'm already going to take you to the cleaner, and I don't need to give any of it back. So, Dan?
Dude, I'm going to shock the shit out of you guys.
Eli
Everybody's sitting down. I got 2 picks, actually.
You can only have one. You can have a 1A and a 1B, but you're 1A.
There's only one
is what
champion,
counts.
Dan.
My heart says Eli Tomac.
Your heart says
but my
Eli
brain says Cooper Webb.
What do your balls say?
AC for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So Webb and Vincent, I know you're feeling the Bam Bam thing, but you really, I mean, you're. It's more than a feeling. More than a feeling. Really? I mean, that's your pick
I don't want to say Bam Bam. That's how much he impressed me
on Instagram.
On Instagram.
So we got 3 Webbs.
And
Two
A1.
Webbs and a Barsha.
No, I'm not going to pick Barsha. I'm going to pick AC.
For the title.
Yeah.
Just like outdoors.
I mean, I'm totally good with that, but I got to be logical.
All right. Well, we'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and do some fun stuff. Again, huge shout out to Racer X, of course, too. But Race Tech and DRS Suspension. Thank you guys so much. Guts Racing, No Toil, Blenzall, All-American Chevy of Colleen, and ScreenPrintingDone.com. Joe, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll wrap this thing up with some fun stuff.
Main event moto.
Joe, when I think of Blenzall, I think of the smell because it's so good. But that's not fair because it's the quality of their products that really stands out. Go to Blenzall.com and take a look at the catalog. 2-stroke, 4-stroke, they got everything that you need for your motorcycle and it's top quality. I used to be in the oil industry. I know the difference between crappy oil and good oil. Blenzall.com has the best. Check them out. That's what the Motoheads run. Walk out in your garage, take a look at your bike. You know your graphics are roasted and you need a new set. That's why you go to Old Me Creations to freshen up. High quality, good looks. They are the choice of the Motoheads. That's why you need to put some Old Me Creations on your bike. Not everybody's like Toolman Dan and washes their bike more than they actually ride it. So your bike is probably hammered and it needs some Old Me Creations stat. Again, quality, style, they got you covered. That's why the Motoheads run Old Me Creations. Joe, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Screen printing done. We got to do their commercial, right?
Yes, we do.
Let's do a commercial / tease where we tease our new t-shirt coming out in March.
Ooh-wee.
But then also mention how Neil's the man and screenprintingdone.com is who does all of our stuff.
Right.
Isn't that kind of a good idea? Like a commercial / tease right there?
Yeah.
Well, Neil is the man. You go to screenprintingdone.com if you want to get something custom done like we do. And of course, when March hits, you get that Main Event Moto t-shirt done by Neil at screenprintingdone.com.
Yeah.
So can you turn this into the commercial?
I think we can.
What do you got to do it?
I think we just did.
If you're a true Motohead, then motosport.com is your only choice when it comes to OEM or aftermarket parts for your bike. And when it comes to servicing your bike or giving it the punch you need to perform, it's EMT Racing. With motosport.com, you can get everything you need for your bike with great pricing and ridiculous speed on shipping. And with EMT, it's simple. Take your bike to the experts.
2020 is the year EMT takes over the performance world. If you don't know, now you know.
Your Bat Bros choose motosport.com and EMT Racing, and you should too. I love when NorCal companies take the world by storm. Guts Racing seat covers and no-toil filters are made right here at home, but their products travel the country and world on some of the baddest dudes' bikes in pro racing.
Who runs Guts?
Too many factory teams to list, Joe.
Who runs No Toil?
Well, it's the only filter Chad Reed will run. Guts and No Toil make only the best. So visit gutsracing.com and notoil.com and step up your game, Motoheads.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Ooh-wee.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Do you know what movie that's from?
Welcome back.
Is it the same one
Is
with-
it
No,
Harold
hold on.
Kumar?
Hold on. No.
with the strong hand.
No, I'm going to say it one more time and you got to guess where it's from. It's a lady and she says, welcome back.
No, I don't.
Come on.
I don't watch movies, so
I don't know which one, but it's one of the Nutty Professors where she turns the dude's ear back on. Remember, she shuts her boyfriend, the old grandma, shuts the grandpa's earpiece off, and she's talking about him, all kind of frisky stuff. And then she turns it back on and goes, welcome back.
That's stupid. Never seen it.
Good one.
Huge shout out to Fly Racing, Mika Metals, Scott USA, EMT Racing, Motosport.com, and Old Me Creations. You guys are the bomb. Let's do some stuff. Well, Dan, let's give some stuff away. More stuff that you got to give away before we get to all. I guess we'll do uppers and downers after that.
all right. So the next round of 5 Days of Christmas giveaway winners are No Toil. Ryan Jensen over at No Toil.
Yep.
He is going to give us 2 packs of cleaning solution and oil. Right. So the 2 winners is Merrill.TJ and MX Nut 23. You guys both win a No Toil pack. So hit me up on the Main Event Moto Instagram and we'll get you dialed in.
And a little update also to come on the back of that. Ryan at No Toil confirmed today we're good to go for the $100 weekly giveaway of No Toil products. It's going to be all through Instagram. Dan will be running that. It's if you predict the podium in the 450 class, we'll put the post up every week. If you predict the podium 1, 2, 3, you're eligible to win $100 in No Toil products. If you're the only one, you get it. But if 3 of you get it or 40 of you get it right, then we'll do a drawing. But $100 each round of Supercross. That's $1,700 in free giveaways from No Toil, past what he's doing right now on this Christmas giveaway. So No Toil is coming in just so big.
Real quick, No Toil product.
Yes.
I put one of their screenless air cage filters in my Cowie. Huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
Good bottom end. It's
automatically on every bike. Do that
for sure.
Stock bikes still come with the screen and the filter?
No. Yeah, they have the screen.
Oh, it's probably because of like the emissions and stuff like that. So,
yep.
Okay, yeah. That's an auto. You got to take that out and put the No Toil one in.
Okay, and the next one is from DRS Suspension. Robbie,
what do you do?
Robbie's given a full fork and shock rebuild. So you can ship your stuff to Robbie. He'll knock it out and ship it back to you. If you're local, you know how to get a hold of him, and he can get you dialed in. The winner of the suspension service is Davey Shaw 14.
Davey Shaw.
14.
Dang.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah. We got a couple more winners we'll do at the end of the show.
Okay. Sounds good. What, Vincent?
I want to say one thing that we have forgot to talk about, which you might know the answer, and this is a serious question. What happens if a rider gets a false COVID positive test?
Or a positive, or what if they... I think they're... Dan, do you even...
Here, so I don't know.
I kind of don't really know. I guess I've never really dove into what happens.
Because in other sports, it's kind of okay, like your team or whatever, like even in golf, like we've been watching golf, these guys have to skip out the round, which isn't a bad thing
Joe,
for them.
didn't the Cleveland Browns coach not get to coach the playoff game today because of COVID?
I heard something about that.
He's fine. He tested positive, but he's asymptomatic or something, right? And then didn't even get to coach the playoffs.
So here's something that Daniel and I heard at the Madera Supercross was if a rider gets COVID, and this is what we heard. So this couldn't be true, could not be true. I want to be upfront. But if a rider gets COVID, he does not have to get tested
for like 90.
For I think it was 4 months.
Yeah, 90. I thought it was 90 days,
which would almost bring you. It potentially could bring you, to the end of the season. So, is there a strategic plan for these riders to get COVID?
Well, I mean,
before the season started,
I had COVID.
Hold on to that. Yeah, Vincent had, but to that point, Tickles had it and Amart's had it. They both said on Pulp they've had it. So, and they both confirmed they don't have to be tested for a while. But here's the thing: we're going racing here this weekend, so you would have had to pretty much already do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you get it now, I think you're going to miss some time. You're going to miss
do you think these top guys? Do you think that was part of their strategic plan?
Quietly just go and get
COVID?
it, and quiet. I don't know, man. It's
okay.
such a weird one.
Okay, if it's you,
it would be a smart thing to do because a professional young athlete, you're literally going to be sick for a couple of days. You won't be able to taste or smell anything for a week, and then it's over.
Yeah, but okay, I've heard this before, and I've heard this kind of going around you got to go and get it. How do you go and get it?
You just go find a monster chick and make out. And
tongue punch them for a minute. No.
Oh, boy.
Go to a restaurant, maybe.
Since you just got to go find a horny COVID. And
oh my gosh, Just stay outside after 10.
Just go to a nursing home.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, if you guys want to get
stay out past curfew.
Stay out till 10:05. You get it.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
But if I was a front runner, a championship contender, I would try to figure out some way to get it if that was for sure the case.
Like a month ago, though.
Yeah,
not this week. You would have got it, and then you would have a slip that says you're good for a while.
Just go lick some doorknobs at CVS. You'll be.
Joe, but doing that is how you don't get it. Your immune system is really strong if you're a doorknob licker.
No way, dude. My immune system was super strong.
Oh yeah, you had it. What? How was it?
It was. I didn't even know I had it until I lost my smell and taste.
Is that weird?
That was the worst symptom.
Did you lose the smell and taste because you were I had plugged up?
No. Okay, so the first thing that happened was I felt like a cold was coming. One of the bazillion I've ever had. And then maybe the second day, I felt kind of sensitive to cold, like I needed to get in a blanket. And I was like, man, this sucks. Maybe I'm coming down with something. I didn't think I had it because I've been at home. So I don't know. I mean, my wife had it too, but it was after we figured this all out. So I took 30,000 milligrams of vitamin C in 3,000 milligram per hour increments. And that night I woke up completely drenched in sweat, the whole bed. I thought I peed the bed because Ari actually woke me up saying, what just happened? And then that was no more symptoms. 3 days later, I'm making a Costco steak dinner with garlic bread and salad, and I couldn't taste any of it. Out of nowhere, and I wasn't plugged up, nothing. I wasn't sick anymore. I was 100%
so you got sick
healthy.
First, sweated like a madman. Then a couple days later, lost the smell.
And I took the vitamin C because I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna OD on vitamin C and get it over with. I didn't want to be sick while recovering from surgery. I'd been miserable already, And then the taste and smell disappeared, and it lasted about a week with no symptoms other than just I can't taste or smell anything. It was crazy, dude.
All right. Well, we're about to do uppers and downers. Do you want to use any of that for your upper and downer, or do you legitimately have something prepared?
I think I had something prepared.
Wow. Joe, let's officially bring it back.
Uppers and downers. Uppers and downers brought to you by EMT Racing.
There it is. It's back officially. Even got that little jingle. Tell Ashley I said thank you, by the way.
Will do.
She sounds so good in those. Is she a first take kind? Does she just nail it now, or you got to like, hey, baby?
She'd probably be a first taker, but I make her do like 50.
It depends how horny she is, right?
Oh my god,
Dan.
Crazy horny.
Hey, you're talking about Joe's woman, Dan.
They're great. Was that from Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, horny, crazy horny. No, yeah, remember, dude, weddings,
At the funerals.
funerals.
Oh, it's wedding.
Ferrell.
Yeah, Will
Hey,
Ferrell.
honey, look, I'm hang gliding. I'm dead.
Underrated, the
What an
best
idiot.
movie, one of the best movies of all time. All right, uppers and downers, EMT Racing. Thank you guys. EMT Racing, by the way, killing it trackside. I've seen them now. Saw them at the AZ Open. Saw them at the Triple Crown at Oatfield. And I mean, honestly, if you're in NorCal or at any of the amateur nationals, because they're at all of them, go see EMT. Get what you need from them. Support them. They support us, and they are bringing uppers and downers back. I'll go first. Upper for me, I'm going back to what I talked about earlier, the big guy that comes down the chimney. If your kid is listening right now, plug his ears. Santa's not real, but my daughter still thinks he is.
That was really quick.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I warned him an hour ago. So, and again, kids shouldn't be listening to this show if they still believe in Santa. It's just, it's...
People also voted for
There you go.
Oh, boy.
We got an hour and
That's
something in.
gonna
And
get-
80 million, by the way.
That's going to get the treatment.
All right, so my upper... Hi, Vincent.
My bad.
You're making Joe have to do edits and stuff.
Come on, buddy.
Be better. You said you're going to be better.
I can't be better.
Okay. My
I'm
upper...
under the influence.
My upper
build
is
back better, Vince.
Bob's Cycle Center, right here in the Sacramento area. Actually, I think they have multiple locations, but here's what happened. We ordered Evan a sick mountain bike from Santa because Evan plays along with us, right? Elena still thinks it's real, so Evan, even though I don't think Elena, I think she knows, but she's playing it off. He plays it off. We ordered a sick mountain bike and then got an email like 3 days before saying it wasn't coming till after, and it was supposed to be there 3 days before. So we're like freaking out, whatever, and Evan's little buddy Talon, his dad Mike, a good friend of mine, works at Bob's Cycle Center and came through in the clutch. They had a bike perfect for him, gave me a really good deal on it. It was last minute, and Santa, Mike, came through. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Bob's Cycle Center. They're my upper for coming through like that. And then one other I got to do
Good
too.
job, Bob.
Yeah, Bob killed it. Number 2, CMS Artworks did Evan's custom helmet. Dan,
It's sick.
it is. Look,
Can I see?
it's on Instagram, and I don't have it with me. It's not like, yeah, hold on, let me grab it out
picture.
of my backpack. Well, I'm using my phone still for stuff, so yeah, later. But anyways, they absolutely killed it. And Joe, custom painted helmets was like for me when I was growing up as a little kid, it was like a thing. Like everybody did it, but that's because I think stock helmets were lame kind of looking back then. But then the stock helmets have gotten not stock, but the manufacturer painted helmets have gotten better. Like Fly, their Formula helmet, all their paint jobs this year kill it. So all the brands have gotten better at it, but I'm feeling this like custom painted helmet thing coming back. I'm seeing them way more than
I'm going to send
used
them
to.
one of mine. It's
Dude,
sick.
CMS Artworks absolutely killed it. Not only just in the design and look, but the quality is insane. And I have to give them a shout out because I thought it was going to be cool. It's better than cool. And if you want to get your helmet done, go to them. The guy will nail it. I mean, just let him design his own thing too. The dude's he's got a taste for it. So huge shout out to Bob's Cycle Center and CMS Artworks. They are my upper. My downer is the 250 class. Just not knowing who's in it. Honestly, it's ridiculous. The strategy
You're not
behind this
happy
is
about
stupid.
that.
No, where's the press release the week before? Not only to the fans that are going, we have fans again who maybe want to know if Faulkner's going to be there or if Jet Lawrence is going to be there, which I think that one's a little bit more out there. He's going to be at Houston. But it's ridiculous that these high-level, multi-million-dollar teams don't tell you who's racing this weekend. Like, what? That's just stupid.
It is stupid.
It is stupid. It is stupid. What? Because you don't want someone to get the edge? Give me a break. Within 3 minutes of practice, it all works itself out anyway. Like, everyone knows, so just do it. That's my downer. I think it's dumb. Dan, up or downer from you?
That is dumb.
Right?
Sorry, I came in late on that, but I was just kind of thinking. That's really stupid from a PR point of view.
It is. I mean, I honestly, like, if you're Monster and you're Kawasaki, like, don't you want to, like, start hyping up the guy that's coming this week and do some press, like, maybe rent out Anaheim Stadium for the guy or something? Not that dumb. But you know what I mean? Do something, like, start marketing your guys that are coming out, like the preview show. How rad is it right now? We're watching AC. We know AC's going to be there.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know who's racing the 250 class. Factory teams.
That is pretty dumb.
Stupid.
My upper is we have a healthy, full 450 field. And when I say that, I know Shane's hurt, which I think Shane's really going to be the only guy that misses any time. Ferrandis is going to be, he'll be okay.
Factory-wise, I think he's,
But, you know, all of our contenders are healthy, and
they're all in.
We're going to see them battle at H1. So I think that's my upper. My downer is the COVID testing for the riders at every round or every week. And more specifically, the cost associated with it. You know, it's it's $75 a week for these riders to be tested. You know, and for a guy like Ken Roxon or Eli Tomac, $55 is pocket change, right? But
or whatever. Well, they're not paying it anyway, but
or $75.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
it has nothing to do with them. You're talking about privateers.
The privateers, man. These guys that drive to
have health insurance pay for that or something.
They don't.
I don't
because
think
it has.
I don't
to
think
be,
it does.
The testing has to be done by the people that Feld put in place to do it. So it's not like you can go out and get a COVID test by your doctor.
It's like a company. It's a company that does all kinds of tests. I mean, I just had to I had to do my COVID test. I had to do like my drug test. I had to do all that stuff for work. And
did you pay for that?
No.
Riders have to pay for that?
Riders have to pay for it.
I mean, I work for the series. It's different. So,
but for like dumb. You know, for no, like Kawasaki and Honda, these guys, the factories are probably going to pay there.
Of course they will. But the Bubba Pauly, who's going to do 17 rounds at $75, I get it. I understand.
I mean, it adds up, right? And basically, the way it worked out
is a good downer.
Is basically takes one round of profit from these riders that just goes to a COVID test. I think that's stupid.
Which is weird, by the way. Those tests.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Maybe just something that we can.
Well, the future downer coming, Joe, is if one of the championship contenders ends up, you know, losing a championship or even losing their round 3, even, and you're just out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it is. It's
here. Okay,
Joe talks about that. What'd you call it? The ghost rider.
Yeah.
Who do you have to tongue punch to make sure they're negatives every time?
You want to know what I think is going to happen? I think if somebody tests positive for COVID, I don't think they'll be pulled.
They have to be pulled.
Says who?
I mean, I think the results come. I think
whoever's in charge is going to be at risk of losing any type of insurance.
Yeah, I don't think they would be able to pull a fast one like that.
I take that back
because it doesn't go through their own. Like you said, they're not going to do their own tests, or you know, they can go, yeah, I'm fine, and the doctor's like,
well, like Jimmy Johnson, he missed some time in NASCAR.
Well, look at the football players, right? Joe, that have missed time. I mean, top guys have missed games because of it, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, this is terrible.
So
it's gonna happen. I bet you $500.
Well,
it's gonna happen.
Here's the deal though. You're okay. Say there's 20 top guys in the 450 class and 10 on each side of the 250. So you're talking 40 legit. Did I say 40 legit dudes. 17 rounds. I mean, if you just do the math, the odds are one is gonna get it,
dude.
And if you get it, your championship run is over. That's it.
Over.
Well, you can't miss a round. I mean, and what if you miss?
Some of these are in 2 rounds in 1 week.
Let's not talk about it.
3. I know, but I feel like it's inevitable.
That's stupid.
I think it's part of the game and doing sports right now. Like I said, if the NFL is going through it, then Supercross isn't going to be able to
because
dodge that.
That's not how it works. A player can miss one game and still win the Super Bowl.
That's their sport.
Let me ask you this: Eli Tomac, points leader from H1 all the way to round 13, okay? Gets COVID. Knock on wood. I don't want that to happen. But gets COVID, right? Misses time, loses the championship to Cooper Webb.
Oh my gosh.
Because of COVID, okay? On Cooper Webb's championship, is there an asterisk next to it?
On that, I would say absolutely. If the amount of points lost because of that is, then whoever wins it gets the asterisk.
Yeah, because those dudes race when they're sick.
Unless the dude's in 8th in points and then loses one. But I know what you're saying. If someone is a points leader with the red plate and loses it because of that, then yeah, it's a full asterisk. The whole series is.
Terrible, right?
Yeah.
And how bad does that make the series look?
100 times gnarlier if the dude was asymptomatic.
You kind of just
literally
ruined the
didn't
vibe.
even feel it. I mean, it's just a reality.
Sorry, but
hey, you know what?
that sucks.
Think positively. Salt Lake was a miracle that they even pulled that off. Let's just think positively that we're going to get through this thing and we're going to be good. Let's just hope, okay? And if it does happen to somebody, hopefully he's not in that position, like Dan said, where it's going to cost him a title. Like, I don't want anyone to get it. I don't want anyone to get sick. But if it does happen, it would be really bad if it was someone in contention for the championship. It
could be someone having the year of their life and have to sit at home and they're sitting out there doing nothing.
Like a Zach Osborne.
Like an Osborne or a Muscan, a guy who's late in his career who's winning the points and then they get it. Oh.
Knock on wood, everybody.
Yeah, that's a terrible situation.
No.
Knock on wood. Joe, you didn't do it. What, you wanted to have
knocking on. Never mind.
He's knocking on his wood.
Hit the table, son.
I am.
Because he's horny.
That's it.
What? Oh.
Jeez Louise.
Sorry,
what kind of medication they got you on, man?
Hydrocodone.
Up or downer for you?
My upper is that my surgery was successful and that my right leg is the same length as my left.
Had a baby. Equaled out.
And my surgeon told me that I could start playing a little bit of golf. And I did a few swings and videoed it. And
you're good.
Nah, not yet, actually. Kind of hurt a little bit, but I was kind of seeing how hard I could go. But my upper is for sure that maybe in about 3 months, probably from now, I'll be able to play golf. It's working out just perfectly, man.
So when are you going to start playing golf for tournaments, like or money?
My plan was this year, not for money. I'd still be considered an amateur. And
so are you going to go pro? Like, is that your goal?
Well, you can go. I can go pro right now if I want. I just sign up as a pro.
Yeah, Dan, you can go pro if you want to race this weekend
for golf.
Riverfront pro. You can.
I could say
there's no rule that says you can't.
That's true.
I don't know how well you do.
I was talking to
it's more than one lap.
Cole Trickle, one of the. I was talking to Cole Trickle on here, one of the Motoheads, because he grew up with the golf industry. His dad works with one of the companies in the tour and everything. And he was kind of explaining it a little bit to me because I didn't know anything about golf when I said I want to be a pro golfer in 5 years. But we
know you didn't know anything.
I was meaning pro golfer as in like skill level, not like on a tour.
Joe, I think he said PGA in 5 years.
No, you said LPGA in 5 years.
No, you said PGA and I said LPGA, but I'm pretty sure.
But I was saying being a scratch golfer, meaning a zero or plus handicap.
So that's just
golfer.
your ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, and before my surgery, I was a 6.8 handicap.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. Like Vincent, how it hurts him to say Barsh is gonna do good. It hurts me.
You're an asshole. You're my brother.
What about Mason?
I know, but you're annoying about
Mason,
it.
he is like a 5 or a 4 handicap, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, Mason's really
Dan
good.
Vincent is pretty good. It
my problem,
sick to say,
always has been. It's just time.
He's been playing longer than you, right?
Yeah, but the problem is going from like the 6 to the zeros is just like you have to play perfect.
You know how it is? Okay, Dan, if you right now are trying to go faster, you could make a lot of gains pretty quick, but then you start fighting for a quarter second, half a second, that's when it gets tough. But like right now, you could cut 5 seconds in a month if you worked really hard at it, but then it gets hard.
Like Mike texted me today. I mean, if you ever play with him, he'll birdie like 4 holes in a row and then blow 1 hole up and ruin his whole round. And that's what I'm learning about golf is just one little thing that you do wrong ruins the whole 4 hours of
the day.
Yeah. And Daniel, you're getting into it now, which is cool.
I've been warming up a little bit. I've been playing a little bit.
And my downer, other than my pain meds wearing off right now, which is a downer for me, is Shane and his shoulder when I was playing yesterday, and he was telling me about it, and he's bummed out, and I'm
that is a bummer, man. Right, Joe? You're gonna.
He says he feels good though.
Debut your 450 rookie year, feeling good. We saw him. He was
so excited,
dude. And then to have that happen, and now he's gonna miss some time. That's just not the way you
mentally though. Just talking to him about it, he seems like he's unfazed, ready, and still excited.
He's that kind of guy,
like
though.
Negative about it. So
he's an always positive, flip everything to a positive kind of guy, no matter what.
Yeah,
that's his demeanor. So
I had so much fun playing with him because he's got that accent. You know,
he's a little Southern.
Yeah, he had that little Southern accent going on, and just saying he was dinging people around and all his terms is pretty awesome.
Hey, does he cuss on there?
No, not at all.
No, his odds of getting kicked off are little less than Vincent.
Hey, so I had him play a few rounds with some of my work friends, and dude, we're so vulgar. And I was sitting there like, all right, guys, this is my buddy Shane. You know, he's a pro motocross racer and everything. I didn't really say much other than that, and it's just effing this and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh no, dude.
Poor guy.
I don't think he cared. He was laughing.
Joe, upper, downer.
My upper is the minute. This is so lame, but if you go to 2 minutes and 23 seconds on the 2021 Supercross preview show, you can see Adam Cincerillo checking out a chick's ass, and then he gets caught.
Play it again because
he gets caught.
No, yeah, watch.
She catches him.
Watch, he's looking forward. He looks down and then looks back up, startled. Watch, it's pretty good.
It'll be here, I think. Yeah, it's at 2 minutes and 23 seconds.
He's on a spin bike. Look at,
and then, whoop, and then he gets caught.
Okay, so everyone watch
he's horny. Horny.
So yeah, that's my upper right there.
Dude, that is
pretty good.
epic.
That's pretty funny.
Adam, good job, Adam. Yeah, everyone watch it back. He's on a spin bike. And just keep an eye on his eyes. Just keep an eye on his eyes.
And then my downer is Dylon's crash, man. That really sucked. And I know for a fact that some momentum was lost because of that.
Dude, that was a big one.
He got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, kind of on the Shane type of thing too. Dylan will be there. He's going to make his debut, but to lose like 4 to 6 solid weeks of prep as a rookie goes a long way. I think that's why I see your feeling about Chase getting going late. That would be my feeling about Dylan. I think Dylan will get going mid-season late because of that. Joe, he's not going to come in as you know, wild and wide open and going nutty like he does as he normally would, I think, because he's probably not 100% comfortable. So,
or maybe he learned that you can't be wild and nutty on that bike.
Yeah, or maybe he realizes he doesn't need to. He's got a lot of power and you don't really got to. I mean, we'll see. I'm excited to see what he actually looks like on a 450, but the wind was taken out of the sails with that one, Joe. So, all right, are you ready to get started with our Dumbass Bass Championship program?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, hold on a second.
What?
You know one guy we never talked about? Aaron Plessinger.
Oh,
He still races?
is that a bad?
That's kind of the sentiment, right?
That was the joke.
I feel really bad, but
I thought of him, but
why didn't you say something?
I don't know.
I forgot.
Like, what do we
now
think?
Will's going to be really pissed off.
Dude, you're blowing it.
I'm going to avoid him in Houston. I'm going nowhere near him in that team, dude.
I mean, he's finally healthy again, right?
Yeah, but we just named like 100 really badass. I mean, we talked about it a couple shows ago.
Can he get a top 5?
No, I don't think
Is
so.
Mookie going to beat him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think so for sure.
I was wondering, because
I
you guys
don't-
all agreed. I was ready to throw down.
I don't have the greatest of all feelings.
So
but I'm super hopeful. Like I said,
I want him to.
I like him. I like him more than most guys at the track.
Yeah,
he's one of the best.
I'm saying 13 to 15.
Oh, God.
Damn, Dan.
He might not even make a main. Then. What are you talking about?
Nothing. I love Aaron Plessinger. I think he's awesome. But I think the bike's a piece of shit.
Oh my
God.
Who else? Keep going. I mean,
Dude, I don't lie. I'm not a fan of the Yamaha.
Okay.
I think it holds guys back.
Not Mookie.
Not.
We're going to see.
Oh, my God. How much money am I going to make from all these bets?
You're going to lose.
So hopefully
pay for all my tattoos. I'm probably going to end up getting.
Wow, you're going to lose money and then still have to pay for a Tomac and Sexton tattoo. That's wow.
I'm gonna have the word sex on my hand.
Rough 2021.
That's actually really bad. I might not be able to get that.
Hey, I feel kind of bad about saying that about Yamaha now. So
already said it. So
don't worry. That feeling you have, it'll go away.
But I think Star will make that 450 better. So hopefully it's much better than it was last year.
Okay. You ready, Joe?
I think they're the best bikes.
Yes, sir.
It's time for fantasy.
All American Chevy of Colleen brings you Main Event Moto's Fantasy Pick'em.
Definitely.
All right, before we get going, Vincent has a new upper. What?
When Tomac won the championship, dude.
What?
He held up his baby like Mufasa did.
No, he did not.
Watch. Just watch.
No,
It's on
he
the
did.
TV.
He did.
No, watch. Watch, ready?
I thought he's just holding. He did. He straight.
Rewind it again.
He Simba the baby.
Did he put a red thing over his
I didn't even
forehead?
notice that. The monkey came in and I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious.
Red plate, red swipe on the face.
Oh man! All right.
What a loser!
Okay, so here we go. Here's how it's gonna work, guys. And we want you to play along, but don't DM Dan too crazy with your scores. Just play along, keep your own scores, and see how you do against us. Okay. The Dumbass Bass Trophy is staying with Joe for Supercross, and then we'll see where it goes after.
Congrats, Joe, by the way.
We'll see who
Thank
gets
you.
last place in our fantasy league. I named everyone who's in it, us 4, plus Hobo Nick, Eric Nye, Andy Gregg. There's 7. And what we're going to do is we're doing like a pick'em, but in a unique way. I'm going to have 3 unique, either one-on-ones or maybe a unique scenario that we are going to pick. What our thoughts are going to happen each week. And we're going to keep score on how many times you're right and how many times you're wrong. So for week 1, I have 3. The first one is Ken Roxon versus Eli Tomac. Just who does better at Houston? 1. That's it. Nick, Eric, Andy, Greg have already given me their picks, so I already have them. But we'll just go around the table. We'll start now. So Joe, round 1 at Houston, Tomac, Roxon.
I gotta say Tomac.
Okay. And a reason?
He's just better right now. Bottom line.
Perfect.
That is straightforward as all can be. Vincent.
Tomac.
Dan.
Tomac.
Wow, I'm alone on that. I'm the only one that says Roxon.
Well,
Nick, Eric, and Andy Gregg.
You better
all
hope
said it.
that Roxon doesn't. Wait, never mind. It's
just
them
round 1.
versus them. Never
Yeah,
mind.
and it's just them. And my thought on it is Kenny is going to wake us all up because everyone's kind of, you know how we're all having these weird feelings, whatever. I still think there's going to be issues over the 17 rounds he's going to have to work through, but I have this feeling he's going to come out and round 1 them bad.
It's a good feeling. He's done it before.
He's done it before. So and he didn't last year. That's why I put these two together because last year, remember how bad they were? They were like 6th and 7th and looked. I was like, you know what? That'd be a good matchup for just round 1, but apparently I'm the only one. I have Roxon winning that one-on-one battle. Okay? Second one. Justin Barcia has won the opener 2 years in a row. I'm not saying he has to go out and win this one to go three-peat, but does he get on the podium at round 1? Joe?
No.
Wow, I didn't even finish talking. Do you have a reason?
No, just a feeling.
Just a feeling.
Just going with
Vincent,
my guts.
Yes.
podium for Bam Bam.
Yes.
Okay. Dan?
No.
No, and I have a yes.
Why not?
Vincent, Nick, Eric, and Andy all said no too. So you and I are the only two that said yes on a Barcia podium at round 1.
Wow.
All right, here's the tricky one. Qualifying. Martin Davalos, top 5 in qualifying at Houston 1.
No.
It's not even your turn yet. Joe is the one that gets to interrupt me when I'm not done saying the question.
Sorry.
Joe, does Martin Davalos
No.
in qualifying? He says no. Vincent?
No.
Dan?
No.
I said yes, and so did Andy Gregg, and so did Hobo Nick. Wow.
Hobo.
So there it is. Those are the 3. Now I'm going to keep track, and after each round, you're either going to be 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, or 0-3, and we'll keep the points throughout the whole year, and whoever is the dumbest ass bass gets the trophy. And a huge shout out to All-American Chevy of Colleen for being a part of this segment. And yeah, we'll keep track of it all year long. We'll do it every show, Joe. And even whoever's not in studio, I'll get those. You know, when you guys aren't here, I'll get your answers before like Nick's here, Andy's here, Eric's here. So there it is. That's our championship for the year. We're gonna do one every single round. Whoever has the least amount of points at the end gets the trophy. Joe,
Hell yeah.
how bad do you want to look at it? I like where you have it. It's a good spot for
Yeah,
it.
it's posted.
It's way up high too.
displayed.
It's like you want it forever.
Yeah. It's never leaving.
Okay, well, we'll see how dumb you are this year. All right, let's do our Scott USA Prospect Listener Questions.
Scott USA and the Prospect Goggle. The goggle choice for those in contract with other brands.
Scott USA Prospect Listener Questions. Thank you, Adam Cincerello, for bringing us this segment. What, Dan? What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just not the
Joe,
goggles
let him
first.
rip.
CK Enton 245 says, most important question. If AC pulls out of H1 as number 1 in points, does Toolman Dan get a pizza with the number 9 from someone other than Domino's?
Well, I mean, we're doing that, right? For sure.
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
If he wins a Supercross, we get the pizza. We just got to try somewhere else, right?
Julio. Yeah, that was the guy's name, Julio.
Yeah, I think we got to go non-chain, though, right?
There's one right here, actually around the corner from the new Batcave now.
Dude,
So,
you don't want to eat there.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah?
get it
You had that one?
now. I'm hungry.
yeah.
Huh.
Dude, this was my stomping grounds, dude.
Oh, was it? I had it the other night. It wasn't that bad.
Really?
Domino's?
No, it's not. It's not a chain.
Oh, I was saying we got to get the custom pepperonis. We got to go non-chain.
Yeah, we
These
would.
chains are going to be.
Speaking of pizza, do you want some?
I mean,
Who's hungry?
Of course, always.
I'm hungry.
Always, yeah.
Order one up, Vince.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're really doing that?
We'll talk
Yeah,
off air,
I'm
Toll Man,
starving.
and we'll get the right spot.
All
off
right,
air,
but yeah,
'cause
we're for
I'm
sure.
new to the area. So.
When AC wins, for sure, Dan gets a custom pizza with the pepperonis. There's no
Every
question.
time, yeah.
Every time. Well,
That's
not every
happening.
time. If he goes on a roll, like, it's kind of expensive there. But
That's all right.
all right,
take care of it.
Next one.
Tan Man 407. Will Roxon finally get the title he deserves? I hope so. I feel like he finally got his health and life in order.
Dan,
Who says that he got his
Life in order.
I will say this. Remember the hold
Got
on.
his life in order.
what was he? What was that? I know what he said. The question is legit, but the word "deserves" kind of stood out to me, though.
Yeah, that's why I emphasize that.
This is a Roxon fan for sure. Who is it?
Tan Man 407.
Tan Man is a Ken Roxon.
He
fan.
might be onto something, okay? Remember Tomac and the Daddy Glow?
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Tomac had the kid, comes out, gets his shit together, championship.
Yeah, he held his kid
Roxon
up.
has a kid.
Thank you, kid.
Roxon has a kid. Could he follow?
Maybe it's the kid thing. Osborne, he's got
I'm
kids,
telling you,
and he won too.
The only thing that's holding Roxon back is his health. I don't think the bike is going to be as big of an issue.
Well, then do you think he's fine?
I don't know.
Because if you're not concerned with the bike and the health is in line, then why are we so like sensitive about his chances? I mean, shouldn't he be like 1C behind Tomac 1A,
Absolutely.
Webb 1B, 1C?
Absolutely.
I mean, I agree.
And he could even be number 1 or 2.
Could be.
The health is the only thing that I question.
It's just with him and Joe. You'll back me up on this. If he comes out and wins round 1 and 2, we're all good then with Kenny, right? We're all good to go.
No, we're not.
So you're still not, no matter what, until he goes 17 rounds with no issues.
Yeah, because
you're still going to question this thing.
Look in Salt Lake when he was on fire a couple of those rounds. I mean, there was nobody that was going to beat him, and then all of a sudden there was a couple rounds that he just threw anchor.
I don't know, man. I could be wrong on this, but I don't know if I can fully believe that whatever was going on with his sickness caused him to get lapped twice. You get lapped twice or once? Once or twice?
Once for sure. Maybe twice.
I don't know, man. I hope he's fine. I don't want to talk about it ever again. So I hope
he
he's
is
fine.
too.
Joe, next one.
2021 Supercross predictions says who's more likely to win a race, Stewart, Savacci, or Wilson?
Well, I mean, Vincent.
That's actually a really good question.
See, but he said win a race, and I don't believe those three can win a race.
Okay, but if they were to win a race,
what would be the order?
Which one would win one?
Be first of those three. Joe?
Yeah.
Vincent, obviously. Vincent's ordering pizza.
See,
He's not
I
paying
think
attention.
Not Dino?
I think Savacci would.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Dino got a podium at Salt Lake. See, Savacci gets whole...
This is a good little threesome here.
Well, it is, but for a fifth, but not for a win. See, that's the thing.
For a fifth.
Vincent. Come on, man.
30 minutes too long of a wait for you guys?
No, I'll hang.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
Joe, I think that's a great question, but winning is the only part of that question that I don't have that. I don't have that.
Who's more likely to win?
Who's more likely to get a top 5? That I would say all three of those guys got a shot, and I would probably go Malcolm, Savacci, Wilson in that order.
Just put all three guys in one main event. Those three guys, who wins? Malcolm. I say Savacci. Vince says Malcolm.
I'll say Wilson just to be a contrarian.
Okay.
And I think you're going to see those guys grouped together quite a bit this season.
I do too. Right around 8 to 12.
Yep.
Next one.
The real Ryan Hughes, RH22.
Not Charge Life.
How many new words does Daniel Blair 125 make up this year? I'm going to say 5.
5 new words?
Hey, did you?
That's pretty rich for a whole season.
That's a lot.
I've done 5 my whole TV career, let alone in one season.
I think you're primed and ready.
Hey, did you see the post I put out there about, Weege does the word of the day?
I'm not doing that. they already do that. I can't.
Dude, the Motoheads want to see it.
All right, next one.
Gino Michelini. How much does AC make? He's posting a lot of big ticket items.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What's he posting?
I didn't see anything. Big ticket items.
Cars, titties.
From what I know, AC is a very frugal individual. So I don't know that he's buying. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, yeah. The question was, how much does he make? How much do you think he makes, Dan? Let's just guess.
What his salary is?
How much does he make?
I bet his salary
What's he clear in a year? What do you think?
I don't know about clearing a year, but I guess.
What's the IRS know?
I bet you his salary from Kawasaki is $800,000.
That's what you think it is?
I think so.
I don't think it's that much. Oh, maybe it is now. It wasn't last year. I think last year he was still on his 250 deal.
Yes, but
I don't know. 800 seems to be like the going number for someone who's really good, who's like not already winning multiple titles. You know what I mean? Like Eli, Kenny, Cooper. I think they're making a lot more. But 800 seems to be the number that everybody lands on. I've heard that number.
There's a rider that is not riding this year. His salary is $800,000. A very good guy, not riding this year.
He's not riding. Does he have that money?
No.
Next question, Joe. How much do you think AC's making? What's your guess?
Man, I couldn't even guess. Honestly, I have no idea what these guys make.
What if I told you? Would you be more surprised if I told you it was $5 million a year or $100,000 a year? Which one would make you more surprised? If I said right now AC's making $100,000, or if I said $5 million, which one?
$5 million would.
So $100,000, you'd be like, yeah. It's tough times.
Maybe. Yeah.
Next one.
DJ KT115, is El Chupacabra BB4 going to announce a retirement? Disappear with no notice like Stu, or does this mean he's not done?
Dan, you take that one.
From what I understand, and I've got a pretty good source, that he does want to ride, but he wants to be paid to ride. So, does
he want to get paid like new money or? Is it old money?
I would want all the money I was owed.
I love when Dan wants to say something, but he can't all the way, and I'm trying to force him to, and he won't do it. But I think everyone can.
We all work to get paid, right?
I think we all are reading between the lines. All right, next one. And as far as he comes back. He'll be back by the outdoors, I think.
Yeah, he wants to ride. He's ready.
I think he's back in the outdoors.
Yeah.
Joe, next one.
This next one comes from an OG Motohead, Cody 975 Piscatelli.
What's Cody want?
Piss.
Does Barsha have enough balls to show up to Houston with a red plate?
Knowing that cheeseball team, yeah, probably. I mean, he won Anaheim last night.
Maybe that's why they did that, so he can show with a red plate.
Oh,
did we have a bet that he would win one?
Yeah.
We did. What is Vincent got to get tattooed? Something? He already won one, Vince.
Dude, what was our bet? I already forgot it.
Oh, I know mine.
Something about
Sexton
AC.
wins before Malcolm.
It was Sexton.
AC beats Sexton $100, right? Before? No,
Sexton wins before Malcolm is $20 per week.
What was the Sexton AC bet?
It wasn't with me because I'm not betting against that AC.
I think that was me and you at Sexton AC, maybe.
What was it? You guys have $100
We
bet.
have all these bets out, and none of us can remember what.
Don't worry.
I was high on drugs.
You go back and listen.
It was a half hour ago.
You can't rely on me.
Next one.
Logan Merritt says, who will be the first person to mess up the Muck-Off Racing Team name on live TV?
Not me.
I don't even know.
I'll never say it once.
I'll say it right now. F*** off.
just in case.
I use a different bike wash that's badass.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Muck-Off.
The Eagle Grip Power Sport wash. But I will not be saying it just so that I don't accidentally ever mess that up. I will never say it. And they are
You
technically
think a French rider might accidentally say it wrong?
That'd be horrible.
Hey, where do we put Brayton? Where do we put Brayton?
Crap.
I mean, this is insane. How many guys?
Brayton too.
You said crap.
What the frick? Oh, frick. I love frick. Because you might as well say it. You know what I mean?
Say
you mean it.
Just say it.
Like Evan said frick a couple times.
Ooh.
And I'm like, dude, you're meaning the same thing as the real one. And he's like, yeah, but I'm not saying it. And I'm like,
he's like, well, Dad, you're right.
What would I do?
You know,
if you
Dad,
did that?
when you're right, you're right.
What would I do? What do you think would happen?
You would laugh.
I would honestly. Maggie would smack him. I mean,
Let's all say it together once. So Daniel can get it out and we'll beep it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
So ridiculous. Ridiculous, dude. So
You guys didn't do it.
it's because you're so lame.
Now I feel like
dude.
a loser.
You are a loser. Next one.
Mr. I Just Want to Ride. If Justin Barcia and Dylan Ferrandis get together, which one rides away?
Barcia. I mean, everything Barcia does is on purpose, and he's good at it. Dylan hits. I mean, think about from the Anaheim thing. I mean, Dylan didn't mean to do that, so I don't necessarily. Who knows if he can on purpose do that kind of stuff? You know,
Yeah.
Barcia has done it like 100 times. Like, of course, it would be him.
Intentionally, right?
Like if they got into it and it was a full blown like just T-bone fest, Barcia would win it because he's like a master of the game. I think Dylan, it's more accidental. You know what I mean? That style of riding.
So
think so?
Barcia has more practice at it.
Barcia is like a
more
master.
experienced at it.
He's a master at that stuff. So yeah, Barcia.
Here's another bet we can do. Do you think
Vincent's
that
I'm in.
Do you think we'll see a fight this year?
Yes.
I think we will too, actually. Honestly.
Freeze and Mookie.
No, I don't. I think Freeze is out.
Freese,
He's the one who's always in the fights.
when him and Weston got in a fight, he didn't fight back. He's smart enough to know that he'll get suspended, and he needs that next race money. He ain't gonna give up. He's not gonna get
Well,
suspended.
getting punched in the back of your helmet, you know.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't fighting.
That
you know
was
what I mean?
yeah.
Look how buff Marvin is. You know he's going to get in a fight. That
I think it's going to be 2 privateers.
Really?
And an
Yeah.
LCQ. You're going to take each out in the last corner, and they're going to fight
that
after
would
the
be
finish line.
awesome. At least it'd be something cool to watch.
I don't know if I have a feeling on if, but I'm definitely in on it. I love it. Let's let it happen.
Hey, speaking of LCQs,
I
7 deuce deuce.
hold on before we get to him real quick, Joe. Here's another bet.
Yes, I'm in.
Does a factory rider legitimately miss a main event this year from just crappy stuff happening and doesn't qualify? I mean, the field is so stacked this year.
Yes.
Like we're talking like a Wilson, a Plessinger. You fall in the
Yes.
heat race, you know, you get 10th, 11th, and then in the LCQ, maybe on the first lap, you get taken out on that. Does a factory rider miss a main this year
I think so.
straight up because of, not because their bike broke, but because they crashed or got taken out, like regular race stuff?
No.
No?
No.
Joe doesn't believe
I
it.
love it.
He just says no to everything.
Everything's going to be too regimented this year because of the restrictions and all that. They're going to keep everybody on a tight leash. It ain't happening.
Do you think, and Danny, you would be able to know this probably better than any of us, but without any fans, or I should say not without any fans, because we're at
Yes,
25%,
fans.
right?
Something like, I don't know the percent, but yeah.
With the low percentage of fans, does that make a difference to the riders? With the noise and the ambiance and everything like that?
I would say the 0 fans might have felt weird, but with a good 25, 28%, you'll hear a little, you'll hear enough, and I don't think they care.
You know what's crazy? If you think about it, like go to think Oakland per se, right? Oakland, they only typically open up the lower half, and there's very few people sitting up above, right?
It gets 35, 40 thou there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. How about this? I don't think that the quietness of the stadium is going to affect these guys, but I think when we get back to 100%, say 2022 Anaheim 1, I think they'll notice the noise then, and it'll be like, holy crap, I forgot what this sounded like. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where you don't really notice something until it goes back to what it was. You know what I mean? No one in Salt Lake, weird. Less people this year, they'll get used to it. But then you go to Anaheim 1 with a full house, say next year, and every rider will be like, holy crap, I forgot. I think they'll notice that more than the other way. I don't think they'll notice it as it gets quieter. I think they'll notice it when it gets louder again.
Usually I can't hear shit with the helmet on, the bike's going and stuff.
I mean, I think you don't hear it, but you feel it.
Yeah.
Because I always feel the crowd there, but you don't really like hear it. You don't hear anything specific. You just kind of feel that noise, you know?
Next question.
Yeah, next one, Joe.
Greg Fouts 216. Who's the biggest bust this year?
Biggest bust.
Greg, what up?
Yeah, what up, Greg? Who would be okay, let's just, of these top 7 or 8 guys that we all were talking about winning, one of them's gonna not pan out. Who's your pick to just really lay an egg this year if you had to
Tomac.
pick one? the defending champ.
I mean, yeah.
Is that your pick?
Yeah.
Joe, do you got one that maybe you just...
He finally got it and lost it.
You're going to hate me for this one, but I'm going to say Kenny.
That's my pick as well.
It's a safe bet.
He's the only one that has issues that would make me think something like that would happen.
What's this whole lay an egg thing? You keep saying that crap.
I'm not even sure what it means other than it's
Do you
not
guys
good.
think there's more anticipation to see what he's going to do than Eli? Are people wanting to see what Kenny's going to do more?
I feel pretty solid that Eli is going to be Eli. I'm very curious. But don't forget, Ken hasn't raced in Salt Lake City where things were pretty bad for him. I think he had that one good one. But for the most part, Salt Lake was not a good month for him. And then there was no outdoor. So I'm like just wondering. That's my problem with him is there's the question. I just don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
And we're going off of a couple years of like things. You know, So Joe, if I had to pick, he would be the one that concerns me the most to have something like that, as Vincent doesn't seem to like lay an egg. He would be the only one that I have concerns about, really. Nobody else I'm concerned with at the moment.
Here's a question I have. Do you think that having multiple rounds in one city over 1 week's time is going to benefit guys or be a hindrance?
It would benefit anyone whose bike is good on opening night. If you go to round one, you're like, man, I love my race bike, then you're fine. If you don't, then I think you're gonna the first 6 are gonna be bad for you. Because it's 3 Houstons and then 3 Indies all right in a row. So if your bike ain't good and you show up and you're like, I made a... Remember how last year Eli came in and kind of made a little bit of a mistake? You know, they said they went the wrong way at round 1, then they fixed it. If that happens this year, you got a rough first 6 rounds coming because there's not much time to change it.
Yeah, because there's like testing
You're
and things like
a little
that.
stuck with what you got.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it could be a hindrance to whoever shows up with the wrong settings. Yeah. Next one, Joe.
Florida Man 330. Everyone gave Davalos shit for being a career 250 guy. When do the Martins or Craig get that smoke?
I mean...
Right now, Florida Man, right now.
Yeah, I mean...
No, it's after their 30th year. Like Davalos.
It's one of those things where you can't blame the rider. You just got to blame the rules. I mean, what are you going to do, Joe? What would you do right now if you could go ride for a 450 team for $50,000, or you can go ride for Star Yamaha for $200,000, and then probably like for J-Mart, and then go win the outdoor title and maybe win a Supercross or 2, or Christian Craig win 3 Supercrosses. What are you going to do? I mean, these guys have families.
Easy choice.
You can't blame them. It's not.
So Joe,
their
you're all about
fault.
money, huh?
All about money.
All about that.
So-
You know why? Because when you're done racing, believe these guys, when they're done racing, the faucet turns off financially. And if you don't stack while you're in it, then you have to go and figure some shit out.
There's a lot of living left to do when they retire.
They're done at 30. They got 50 years to go, man. Like, you 50 grand versus 200 grand.
It's like 60 something, bro. It's not 80. I
was just counting on getting to 80, but anyways, can't blame them. That's all I'm saying.
Of those 2 guys, so say Jeremy Martin does not win the outdoor title, and say Christian
Craig... He already
Craig...
won it.
Hold on, I know, but let's assume he has not.
Yeah, he did.
Christian Craig does not win a 250 Supercross title or an outdoor title. Say either one of them don't win any titles this year. Do either one of them get a 450 ride next year?
No way. No way. The only way either one of them even sniffs a 450 ride is if they win a title, in or out. Otherwise, no way, in my opinion. And then it comes down to, are they eligible? And if they're eligible, they're going to stay. Because, I mean, like, again, Jeremy Martin, between salary and bonuses, will make a lot of money this year. Or he can go ride a 450 and be, you know, and you know, be, you know, I don't know, be, you know, I don't even know the word, but just go, take a chance on him. So I don't believe in that. I hate that the rule exists to allow it, but dude, you can't blame them. Like, $500,000 versus 100. What are you going to do?
Every single guy that we talked to at Madeira said one thing about Christian Craig, that he was freaking flying.
Yeah, again, we're not talking 250 class because I'm too pissed at the sport for not making a rule that makes the teams tell us. They should have the entries posted, and you shouldn't be able to sign up your whole team, Will. I'm not going to talk to him. Maybe it might take half a year before I talk to Will after this show. But anyways, next one before I get mad again. Let's go.
ERA 385. What happens if Blair gets the Rona? Do they have anyone even worthy to fill in, or do they green screen him from home?
I'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, have they said anything? I mean, that's a legitimate question.
I mean, any of us.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I honestly, I guess we haven't had those discussions on alternatives and backup plans. I have no idea. But if Ricky or me or Will or, and that some of you that maybe don't pay attention all the time, that probably don't even know, but Ralph's not back this year. It's Lee Diffie and Todd Harris. So in a rotating role. So I don't know what happens if any of that happens. I haven't even thought about it. So jeez.
COVID sucks. What a stupid thing.
Honda Rider 84. How good are the LCQ races going to be this year?
Amazing.
Lots of talent in the 450s and limited space.
Amazing. They're going to be good.
They're going to be fun.
Speaking of like LCQs, we start talking about 7 Deuce Deuce. He looked really good. I think he's going to win some LCQs this year.
I bet you.
The problem is like it's so much more stacked than last year, and last year was already tough.
Let's make a bet. $50. He doesn't.
Doesn't what?
Win an LCQ.
That's you.
I'm
Dan.
not willing to
it.
take that. I'm just saying
$50.
It's just $50. I just
think I'm rich.
Yeah.
Vincent sold his house. That's why he's throwing bets around. He's got.
No, I got my stimmy, dude.
You're almost out of the stimmy. Just
I gotta start
left.
using my wife's stimmy. It's another $600.
I got my stimmy. That's a pretty good show title, Joe. Write that down, maybe. Next one. How many more we got?
Let's see here.
Because I think it's lightning round.
This is the second to last one. CMC Knit 105 needs some Arenacross updates. Stink Dog out there hurting feelings.
Did you hear about last night?
Was it him and
Alessi?
Alessi. No, what happened?
So Mike Alessi is racing Arenacross for Babbitt's. The opening round was this last weekend, Friday, Saturday, and on Saturday I get a text that said, I don't even remember what it was worded, but it was like, "Oh boy, it's already begun." And I literally wrote back, "Stank Dog and Alessi?" with a question mark, and the answer was yes. Night 2, they're already taking each other out, brake checking, screaming at each other after the race. It's the second night. And I thought for sure we'd get halfway in before it started, but night 2, it has already begun. Stank Dog and Alessi, face to face, screaming at each other. And I am so happy and excited to call Arenacross this year. I don't know how it happened because I don't want to know because I like to call the race. Y'all know this now, but we voice those over. So they edit it and I go to a studio and do it. I am so excited to call Arenacross this year, but I don't want to see how it happened. I don't know. Don't. What are you doing, Joe? Don't look it up.
I was just trying to see if there's anything. I was just trying to see if there's anything out here.
I just know I saw an Instagram of them screaming at each other, and I'm so excited about it. And it was night 2. Stop looking it up, Joe.
Don't worry.
You're gonna find it, and I don't want to know how it happened.
I'll wait to watch it when you leave.
Okay. Last one. Here we go.
215 Garrett D says, "Is there going to be another season of Moto Spy?"
Yes, there is. And Joe, in fact, reminds me, I have to sign the paperwork for us so that they can use our stuff. It's kind of like the deal. But yeah, Moto Spy is back, and we'll be working with them again, and supplying audio clips for their show, which those guys absolutely crush it. So I don't know what the theme is all the way this year because you know how they kind of change it around a little bit every year. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll find out here pretty quick. And
Dude,
we're back with them.
If we could get a Moto Spy every week, I'd be so stoked.
If it was a Wednesday 7:00 show that came out every week,
it'd be badass.
Is that the show where they follow them around and see how boring they are?
I don't know if we're talking about the same one. That's not how I feel about it, but is that how you feel about it?
I don't know. I remember watching something in between this races where I was like, this is boring.
It was probably Dan and I's Madeira Supercross. That's probably what you were watching.
I think the pain meds might be wearing
Dude, that
off.
wasn't boring.
I'm kidding, dude. Calm down.
Wait, our Madeira Supercross?
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I was stoked on it.
No, that was cool.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Uh-huh.
Joe, did you watch it?
Yes,
Dude, I
Did you like
swear
it?
I thought that was Madeira Fairgrounds the whole time.
I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, but the parts I saw were cool.
It was
And
10 minutes
it was 10
long.
minutes,
You couldn't
Joe.
make it through?
You didn't
What do
watch
you mean
any
you
of
didn't
it.
watch it?
You didn't watch any of it.
I have a goldfish attention span.
You are Main Event Moto. We put out a YouTube video. You didn't even watch it.
I'm sure I saw the whole thing, but it was in pieces.
I'm sure you didn't.
I'd come back and
I love it.
Okay,
go back and forth.
quick little trivia for you.
Okay.
What was the banana peel? What was the banana? I am. I'm super pissed. What was the banana peel about?
You made a joke about Mario Kart.
Ah, damn it!
Bowser got it.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to go later in the show then. What happened later? What happened later?
And I know Dan was wearing a main show hoodie. Shout out to that. That was dope. DB's got his on right now. I love that.
And I was actually pretty livid.
Who won the Madera Supercross main event?
Ooh, that I don't know.
Wow, unbelievable.
Sorry.
Also,
that's like watching the beginning of the movie and it builds, and then all of a sudden you don't find out.
I have a new downer.
I've been busy.
I have a downer.
It was 10 minutes long.
I have a side downer.
I've been that busy.
What, Vincent?
Take the handguards off. Just take them off.
What?
You don't know who I'm talking about.
Oh,
Who's riding with handguards?
that's like a signature, dude.
Oh, Max?
What do you mean it's a signature?
It's like his signature.
This isn't
He's
Endurocross.
always had handguards though, ever
That's his
since he was on
thing.
50.
Why? Does he have sensitive hands?
You really have a problem with
I
Max's?
have the hugest problem.
That's our guy. It's
Hey, can you?
Max Volan.
I know.
It's Talon's son.
I know I'm
You're gonna
conflicted.
go there?
I'm sorry, Talon. But
Hey.
take them off.
My buddy Eric uses handguards on his Cowie, and he swears that it keeps your hands warmer. Take them off. Does it keep your hands warm?
I wouldn't know.
He swears.
I've never worn handguards.
I think they look cool.
You like them?
I think it's like kind of 80s. You know, it looks
Vincent
cool.
is not really.
I'm very, very upset. And I remember reading a comment because I started lighting them up on there on the Insta, and I think it was a Chirby's that wrote me back, and I know who it is. And I almost wanted to reply back, being like, dude, first of all, handguards aren't what make a Chirby's cool. You guys have other plastics. It's not handguards. Take them off.
Wow.
You know that Talon is like the national sales manager for Turbis, right?
I do know that.
You still
Take them off.
Uncle Talon. You're gonna go there with Uncle Talon.
Uncle Talon, there's more to a Chirby's than handguards. Travis Pastrana ran those.
But it could be
horrible.
It could be a marketing thing because it's they're you're talking about it.
They don't make money off selling handguards. They might lose money because of him running handguards. We're not in Europe.
What is Europe?
And there's no rocks. The dirt's perfect. What's the problem?
I'm not a fan of them either, but if they really keep your hands warmer, like
I kind of forgot
says,
that he even had them on.
You're
I don't know.
in Houston. It's not cold. It's hot in those things.
Yeah, but it was cold at Madeira. It's actually really cold.
That's an outdoor
Guarantee his hands were
race.
warmer
and
than
it's
anybody's
foggy
there.
in there, dude. There's no fog in these stadiums.
He hasn't raced yet with them. Maybe he won't. But he
Dude,
had him on at the Madera Supercross.
You want me to
and he
ask?
needed him.
I'll find out.
I
Who you
hate
gonna
it.
call?
Huh?
Who are you texting?
I'm gonna text TJ.
Bro,
Don't do that, because then he'll wonder what we're talking about. And then
I
he'll find
hate
out
it.
that
Daniel,
Vincent's talking crap on
what
Max
about
on the
when
show.
you're at a race?
Max
What
is our
about
guy.
When you're,
Well, I can't just ask. Is Max gonna run handguards?
All right,
Supercross?
ask him. I need to know, actually. I do need to know now.
Yeah,
I want to know.
what about when you're on the gate and he's sitting there and this guy's
Joe
like
likes
coming
him.
in there, dude, and the handguards are just rubbing on your spot.
If I had handguards, I would run into people way more. It'd be like almost having like little barriers on your hand, you know? I'd come in and hit people.
Oh my god.
First turn.
I think they're
hard.
cool. They remind me of remember the old G.I. Joe cartoon in the late 80s?
Yeah.
And they would ride dirt bikes sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of those.
Okay, so Max is the G.I. Joe dirt bike raider.
Rider
Rider.
of the Lost Ark?
Raiders of the Lost Handguards.
Raider. Wow.
Pastrana always ran him too, though, right?
Yeah, lame.
I mean, I'm not a fan of him.
I feel like I don't even have a response yet. I don't even know if I like him or not.
Give me one thing that does it look cool? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Yes or no? Just looks. Putting on
Yes.
handguards.
No.
Handguards are something you put on because you need them. Okay, and then
He's used to him. He ran him his whole life. If he took him off, what if it was like couldn't even ride without him?
now, is there a reason to use them in Supercross? Yes or no? For its real purpose?
No.
Yes.
No.
How? Dan?
What's the real purpose?
Rocks and
They're
mud.
handguards for your hand. They're to
Protect
guard
your
your
hands.
hands from like Unadilla. That's when you run.
It could be a handguard from another
You
handlebar.
run handguards at Unadilla for a reason. That's when you run them. You go, all right, I will suck it up and look like an idiot for the sake of my hands not getting torn to pieces from rock roost. Max precious hands are going to be okay without them.
Man, I don't
Take them off.
I don't know.
I think it's kind of cool because it's like that's his thing.
I love you, Talon.
I'm so conflicted because I'm a Max fan and I just can't hammer the guy before his first race over handguards. I can't go there.
I can and I will.
Uncle Talon is done with you. I can guarantee that.
Way, dude.
Joe, that was the last one.
That was it.
Says 183, huh? 450 preview show.
Hey, we still have 2 more giveaways.
Oh, Dan, give some stuff away.
All
Let's
right.
go because this pizza's almost here and I'm hungry and I want to go home.
All right, so this one is for Mika Metals.
Ooh,
they
yeah, that's
are
right.
giving away a set of bars, chain, and sprocket.
A bar, chain, and sprocket. Your
For
choice.
your choice?
Yes, you pick the bar because, I'm handling this one.
That one is Phil Ski with 2 L's and 2 I's. Phil Ski. So congratulations.
Good job, dude. Congrats.
And I would call this the grand prize because this is pretty cool. It's
What do you got?
fly racing.
Oh, a set of fly gear. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Jersey pant glove.
Jersey pant glove, but it has to be also in stock because, crazy times right now. You know what I mean? So, what's he doing in
Did
there?
he just die in there?
Yeah, Joe, do you have like a noisemaker in the bathroom or was that him?
That was not the noisemaker.
Oh, all right. Bye, Vince, just say goodbye to everybody because we're about to wrap it up. Bye, there it is.
So fly racing gear set. The winner for that is Chrissy Totilis 143. I might have murdered that, but
They'll know who they are.
you'll know who you are. Just reach out to me on Instagram. Give me your info, and I will make sure it gets to the appropriate people. But thanks again, guys, to all our sponsors.
And more coming.
We're going to do lots of these.
All right. Motorsport.com gift card too, Joe. We got to give a gift card to somebody.
Ooh-wee.
Crap. You can pick whichever question you like. Just go through them.
Let's see. What were you going to say? Tell me, Dan.
I like the one, the Malcolm Stewart, Savachi, Dean Wilson
yeah,
question.
that was a good one.
I like
was a
that
good
too.
one.
Okay. You want to give it to that one, Joe? Or
Yeah, let's give it to that person.
who was that?
That was 2021 SX predictions.
They won something. They won something before, I think.
Oh, really?
2021?
I think before it was 2020. I think they just changed the handle.
Hey, whatever. It's a
Whatever.
good question.
I mean,
2021
we didn't-
Supercross predictions.
Yeah, one again. I think it's them. Motorsport.com gift card. Hit us up for that, and we'll take care of that one for you too. All right, 183
Yeah.
season preview.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, well, I'm gonna fly to Houston. I'll be back in a couple weeks, and I think Andy Gregg's in studio in the next one, and maybe Hobo Nick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, I need your help.
Okay.
So the
got it.
debate is whether or not I go to a round or two.
No.
I mean, that was my thoughts also.
Just
But I don't want to get a COVID test,
ooh, yeah.
and I'd have to get COVID tested.
Have you had one yet?
No.
I don't.
And I
know
don't want one.
The rules all the way. What do you mean? Did you get the big old thing in the back of your brain?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that sucks. They got to do something new by now, right?
they do.
I don't want it.
Well,
Would you do it to go? I mean,
No.
technically, Joe, you're my boss, so
no, I wouldn't.
Ah, that's right.
No, I wouldn't go.
But we might have to work this guy. He's a Main Event Moto correspondent.
That's right.
Get the test, Dan. Quit being a sissy and get the test and go and work.
if I do, I'm going to the press conference as a
Press conferences are all Zoom now, bro.
really.
Yeah, we can't all be hanging in a room together.
That's,
Oh my.
they can't handle tough
It's
questions. That's why.
the rules. So, and again, if the NFL is going along with this, you think Supercross can get away with not? Come on.
Good point.
There we go.
point.
All right, 183. I'm trying to say goodbye. Anyone else got anything you want to jump in and say before I say goodbye?
We're riding this out, huh?
All right, it's over, Joe. Just
Bye.
press the button. Jeez.
Main event motor. Screw it. You know it by now.